It is time to begin. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to more Dungeons and Dragons, where you can have all your wildest safe for work fantasies come true. Um, on stream, at least. When last we left our heroes, the Sham Bollocks squad had traveled throughout the city or the country of Olton to the citadel of Hiwa, ancient ruin within the Altanian desert. Encountered a number of individuals, including I forgot his name, Canto Iridius, commander of the Starborn Legions, one of the rock riding regiments from the Silver Mountain, sent to aid the King Ariok, the Dervish king of the Kingdom of Olton. Within the dark subterranean areas within Hua, they encounter another of Githzerai and Githyanki fighting over some dispute after a wicked and bloody battle, which John Above did very well in, despite not being there. Um,
Yeah, what
you
happened? Can I have a
you
recount? Like a
this is kind of the recount. You were looking for one of the magical orbs, the sibling orbs to the one that is currently housed within Sarah's physical form. Uh, da-
hey.
down in the down in a sub basement of this citadel, you encountered um, strange murals upon the wall, and these strange mottled yellowish alien races. A number of them fighting a group of four. The leader went down in the combat of the ones that were aiding you, but you managed to completely obliterate the Githyanki, in which you actually do have some loot, which I have
I see that.
marked out in the
Ooh.
party handouts. That is actually kind of bad amount for loot. You have 3 great swords, 4 breastplates, amount of money referred to as electrum, which the amount is worth 1 gold piece, and
Okay.
a silver greatsword, which was wielded by the commander of the Githyanki.
Okay. I'm in now, by the way.
Yes. Okay.
Um, where did
Yes.
the Stormbringer's half-light come from?
That is Sarah's half plate. That
Okay.
was from the Bone Lord.
Oh,
I put it in the handout so that everyone can see, so that you kind of know the capabilities of people that you do know, but also so that I don't actually have to add it to all of your sheets,
right.
and also so you have a point of reference, because it's pretty much mostly references for D&D. After that, you were greeted by. Let me check my notes. You were. You managed to save the life of Captain Ganzak, the Githzerai leader who had almost succumbed to death in the fight, and you were led back to the wreckage of the Shalag, a large metallic beast of a thing that apparently flies through the air, similar to the airships that you had encountered previously. Uh, After some conversations as to what your group's intentions were, which are looking for and destroying these mystical orbs and relics of a bygone magical age in order to save the world. You encounter 3 large winged metallic individuals, which you recognize from the murals as being watchers. They land around all of you after the Shalag sister ship lands in order to pick you up and transport you somewhere, and engage in conversation, pretty much asking you what the hell you're doing with these orbs, and they are also there to assist in destroying them, or at least protecting these ancient artifacts.
Great.
Uh, at the end of that, you all got aboard the Shalag sister ship, which I forgot. It is the Shadar, if I remember correctly. No.
Is that the one with the voices?
Yes, the Watchers were the ones with the voices. Um, without ceremony, the Watchers get aboard this ship. Like you're taking us with you, whether you like us or not. and you lift off into the air and are traveling over the inland sea, which is this area in the center of the map, and you're roughly where that vibrant purple circle is over the inland sea. This has taken you quite some time, a lot faster than you would have gotten over by boat. But as you fly through a storm front, things start to happen.
Ooh.
Callum, you are in your home plane
Hello.
of the air elementals. You're flying around, having a grand time, as all Orcokra do. And you are taking a little bit too much in the enjoyment of flight, and you fly into a cloud bank. It's been fine. You've flown into cloud banks before, but this one seems to be a bit more active. There's more static electricity in the air. You can smell it. There's so much of it. As you continue to fly deep, the clouds get darker and darker until they're almost this rich purple color instead of a normal dark blue of a storm cloud or gray. All of a sudden, these huge masses zip by you at speeds faster than you were thought capable of something so large, and you are blown off course just a little bit, and there's this crackle of electricity, and the clouds look kind of similar, but all of a sudden you slam into something absolutely hard, and it's like, oh my god, I'm dying.
Okay.
Aboard the bridge of the Shadar, some of you are probably there. Who's there on the bridge?
Me.
Okay. The bridge crew begins moving
Sorry.
animately.
Sorry, hang on.
Okay.
Did you say my character's name if I can remember it? Mandrake Stone.
Yes, there we go. So, Magic Stonebreaker stands among the strange alien peoples aboard the bridge of the Shadar, and all of a sudden there's this large bird thing has slammed on the window. Spread Eagle. The
Heyo.
bridge
Oh
crew,
my goodness.
the crew immediately snap into action, and they get someone outside to clear off something that's stuck on their viewport.
Turn on the
And-
windscreen wipers.
Yeah, they pull in a slightly conscious Orcokra, a small bird individual with wings sprouting from its back and 2 legs and 2 arms. He is a very vibrant orange with undertones of white underneath him, kind of like Peregrine Falcon, but with much more neon colors. He has a well-beaded necklace that kind of covers the upper part of his chest all the way around, almost like a I would say like a doily, because I can't think of a word that would describe it any better. He seems he's equipped with a strange club that has shards of what appear to be volcanic glass stuck into it. He has a spear, and he has some other traveling things strapped to him. At this point, Callum, you kind of come around. You are surrounded by strange yellow things, which you might know as actually first roll of the night. Callum, could you roll me a history check?
How?
Okay, so you're going to open your character sheet.
Yeah.
All right. You're going to go to those skills we were talking about before, and you're going to click on the word history.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't know what Githzerai are. You think you know, you think you've seen something like this before, but name escapes you. You also see a slightly shorter, stocky individual with gray skin and a beard.
Hi.
He greets you. What do you do?
I ask him where I am and who they are.
Wait, is Callum the little monkey bird thing?
He's the little monkey bird thing, yes.
Hello, fair monkey bird. My name is Mandrake Stonebreaker, and these are my humble sidekicks.
I'm Dongle. I'm Dongle, the newly formed wizard.
It's a pleasure to meet you all. Where am I?
I was asking the same thing.
Good question.
One of the more ornately dressed individuals with clean-shaven head and a slightly trimmed beard approaches you and says, "You are aboard the Shadar, the Githzerai ship of the line. I am Captain Ganzak of the sister ship, the Shalag. And who might you be?"
I am Korlum the Alakarakokra. Okay.
Don Concuster, you really hit that windscreen hard.
Yeah. Where are we heading?
We're heading toward the human settlement known as Sarand. I hear the locals refer to these settlements as kingdoms.
How long will it take to get there?
At this rate, perhaps one more day.
Have
So
you
we
been-
should really start get started with the drinking, eh? This ship does have a bar, doesn't it?
You see
have a
Captain
bar.
Ganzak kind of look at you like, "Oh my god. I am glad you're not my subordinate." I will check the ship's stores to see if there's any alcohol aboard.
God bless you, laddie. Good luck.
You see him kind of like beckon over somebody and like send them off. He's not doing that himself. So you're aboard the Shadar. It is also a very deep, rich purple. Most of the floors and walls are dark shades of this purple. The doors slide back and forth, very similar to the USS Enterprise. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
There are magical runes over a number of places that glitter and glow within this low light area. And aboard the bridge, there's a sunken pit beforehand, which has the viewports that you were so previously splattered upon, and an upper area, which has a number of seats.
Okay. I ask one of the people for. Is that my go? Is that what I'm doing?
Okay. You ask what? What do you ask the
Oh,
person?
I asked them for a tour of the thing.
Of the Shadar?
Yeah, the Shadar. That's it.
I'm assuming you asked one of the major bridge crew, and they just kind of like look at you. They look at you unblinking, and then they kind of chatter back to you in a strange language that you don't clearly understand.
Okay.
So,
Um,
no tour for you.
Boys, give him a tour. Come on.
You hear Captain Ganzak sigh a little deeply. He says, "Or you may have a tour as long as you, Stonebreaker, keep an eye on him."
That's a done deal.
Get your javelin ready.
You got it, Gandrak.
He beckons over, and you manage to recognize the individual known as Srock, who was introduced to you as the Shalag's mechanic, one of the sole survivors of the crash.
How you doing, Srock?
Srock, please give a tour of the Shadar to this Arakokra. Make sure he does not leave Stonebreaker's side.
Sorry, I'm watching him. And then I hold on to the end of one of his wings.
Okay, then. Strock approaches. Yes. Tour. Show the ship. Yes. Come with me. and he leads you through a number of uh, doors. There is a general mess quarters just back from the helm, and there's also the captain's mess. Then farther back, you hit ship lodging, which is surprisingly roomy. There is a number of empty berths, some of which have been given to the members of the Sham Bollocks, enough so that each of you could sleep by themselves if they so chose. Uh, from there is a large kind of cargo-ish area. Inside, there are three squatting metal figures with wings kind of encasing them, and you see that they don't seem to be reacting to anything, and there are a series of magical runes going across their rather bland-looking faces and up and down their forearms, of what you can see, casting a very rainbowish pattern light within the dark confines. Farther back, you're led up a series of steps and a large ramp into uh, a rear chamber, which holds a large sphere on a pedestal, as if is built into it. All the same purplish colored metal that everything else in the ship has been. And inside there is this low thrum, this continual buzz that, for those of you who have teeth, continue to buzz at the back of your molars. And for the Aarakocra, like some of your feathers kind of stand up at this frequency. Who would we lose? We lost Hatter. Great. Okay.
Discord or the game?
A Discord.
In
Okay.
Discord. In this area, there's just kind of there's a full force of energy within here, and Srock gets actually very excited about this, and his internet probably went to crap too. Okay. Srock gets very excited, and he starts going into a lot more detail than the rest of the tour has been, kind of like explaining how the interfaces set around the chamber control what he refers to as the engine. And he uses a strange dialectical word
I for the
that
engine.
that you Colum understand to be something similar to the word furnace.
Okay.
And he kind of gets a little fast in his speech, explaining that this large sphere thing holds a power source that powers the entire ship, and like this is his job. This is the stuff he deals with every single day, along with general maintenance of the ship. But this is what gives life to the ship and allows it to fly through the air, which is completely foreign to you because you have wings. Wings are how you
Okay.
fly, not this weird stuff. This strange magic that he refers to. Welcome back, Hatter.
Oh, thank you. Actually, maybe no one noticed.
Hiya. No, we noticed.
You went ding.
No forgiveness.
No
My
forgiveness.
internet.
Yeah, that always sucks.
You're really, really quiet, huh?
John Bob.
Yeah, I was having headset trouble, so you'll have to like turn up my volume.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So it takes probably another 20 minutes as Rock really goes over the whole. At some point, Sarah excuses herself to her quarters because she has a headache. Typical. And she leaves the group and is resting in her chambers. What are the rest of you doing now?
I make light conversation with John Bob about the ship.
I sat in the corner gently stroking my swords.
All the way through Callum trying to have conversations with me about the ship. I'm trying to show him the heads that I've got on my javelin.
Thought that might be a thing.
So I'm just continuously trying to bring the conversation back to how many dead things are on my...
You also have the Captain Gift Yankee's head now on your javelin as well.
Oh,
So you have 3
nice.
heads.
I give in to John Bob and ask about the heads.
Okay, I've got
Well,
the
see,
head
this
on.
was Baron something or other, and he didn't even see it coming. It was beautiful. You should have seen it. I don't know if I don't know if anyone's told you the story, but I killed him.
Right.
And
I
then I
was
interrogated
disguised
him.
him. And I was disguised him for like 6 weeks. I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Should have just stayed as him, to be honest.
To be honest, I think you're still disguised as Baron Zakat because you mentioned that you never mentioned that you changed.
Oh, balls.
Baron.
Trent, have I got like a weapon in my hand, like a hammer or spear or something?
You
Not
have a
at the moment.
spear and you have a short sword on your belt.
Okay, I grip my spear tightly due to fear of John Bob.
Oh, we've all done that.
Don't
Don't
you?
wait.
I noticed. I noticed, and I give him a long, threatening glare.
So you see just the little birdman grip his spear tightly, and you see him fluff up a little bit.
Okay, what are we playing now?
Grip his
What about everyone fluffs up?
You know, just how like birds kind of make themselves bigger when they face an opponent. It's like
Which
his
bit of
crest-
themselves bigger?
I was not expecting some romance in this.
Yeah,
Especially
Holy
with
crap,
Sarah's,
it's D&D,
Sarah's
you
got a
never know.
headache.
it's like Mass Effect.
no lie, on my Sunday game, I'm married to another player character, so romance
Oh,
is a thing.
congratulations.
I make it very
Ugh.
clear I'm not marrying John Bob.
What's his name?
Her name is Quiet in the game.
Quiet.
Hand.
Oh,
She's a
sweet.
tabaxi, which is a cat
Quiet.
person.
My favorite kind of woman. Quiet.
Furry.
It's not,
Pretty
it's like
much,
one
yeah.
She's not a sniper, is she?
No, she's not. She's not a sniper. She is a
In Metal Gear
thief.
Solid.
Okay.
Am I
Oh.
echoey to everyone? Liam says I'm
No.
echoing.
No,
I don't know this.
I don't hear any echo now.
No, not
You
for me.
were
I
on my
can hear
screen.
it.
You were on my screen, but it was coming through the editor.
Oh, okay. I think Liam's been drinking.
Oh no, I've reset it.
Okay.
It was just you.
It's just you.
Just. It's always
But Ian's probably still been drinking, so
me.
I mean,
you're probably right.
It's Paul's. It's Paul's fault.
That's why I'm in the corner stroking my swords.
so Sirach has finished, and he's just kind of going about his business. And there's a few other people also working in this space. They're just trying to ignore the lot of you.
Yeah, we just chill out. We just hang out, have our conversations, talk about our weapons, and threaten each other, and try and
It sounds like every social interaction I've had that's been in a private location. I assume at some point you guys would go to the mess.
yeah, we need to go and get drinks, man.
Okay.
Drinks and food.
As you walk through what is clearly the cargo area with the 3 metal ones, one of them, as you pass by, just stands up abruptly.
I raise
And-
my javelin above my head.
I grip my spear.
It kind of cocks its head at you.
The winged one. The
And
small
then I
one.
twat him across the teeth with the club end.
Okay, so you these things are 10 feet tall, so you're tossing your javelin at him.
No. I was saying I'm gonna hit him with the back of it.
Okay. If my memory serves, you're 4 foot.
Yeah.
That's
You mean in the
that's
game.
Poke
in
him
the
right
in the
belly
game. In the game. So he's literally Dougie's height taller than you.
That's fine.
Okay. So you're tossing the butt
I'm not
in
trying to
with-
start an actual fight. I'm just what happened to the back of one.
All right, so you like knock his shin with the butt of your javelin. He resumes his line of questioning.
The ferry. Where did it go?
We wore her out.
She's got lady problems. Because she's
Time of the month.
she's taking a break in her room.
The energies. They are wrong. Check on her.
Who's
What?
gonna do that?
Okay, I'll go.
No,
Say-
send the monkey.
The monk.
And with that, the
The monk with the key.
I
the
Monk
the
is
large
a
metal man
a
that's-
weird look.
the metal man just sinks back down. His wings kind of cover him again.
Okay, I start pushing the monkey man towards Sarah's door.
Oh my!
Am I the monkey? Aren't I?
Yep.
Yeah, you're a monk.
Okay. So,
You can sound nervous as much as you want. You sound really nervous.
I unwillingly knock on Sarah's door.
I need a perception check from you, which is similar to making a history check, but with the word perception in that list. Okay, there's something in the shadows on either side. You didn't notice it at first, but there are these tall, lanky things standing in the shadows,
Slender.
wherever they can be.
I
And, you
call for
get-
John Bob.
I'm already standing right behind you with my hand on your back,
Oh.
pushing you into the door.
you haven't even opened the door yet, and you see these.
I grip my.
Wait, what?
I get ready. I get ready to attacking just in case.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out one of my axes and just prepare myself. I'm gonna whisper to what's Dougie? Dongle. I'm
Dongle.
gonna whisper to Dongle. Can you get one of those fire spells ready, please, Dongle?
Fire spell ready.
Okay.
I kick down the door.
Oh,
Hang on, what size are you, Callum?
what was he saying?
On the door?
He's
I
5 foot.
open the door.
Oh, he's 5 foot. Oh.
That's a big
So he's
monkey.
not a
Oh, he's a
a
monk.
midget.
I keep thinking he's a monkey because
Yeah, I
I'm
thought
gonna
he
keep
was a tiny
saying it.
monkey bird.
He's a bird. Yeah. He's a 5 foot bird. He's taller than Johnny.
I thought he was like
But
a
he's
monkey
still a
bub.
bird.
Would I
Nope.
be able to kick down the door?
I'm really confused.
I imagined one of the monkey things from the
Is the
Wizard of
door
Oz.
open?
Mm-hmm.
Could you?
Is the door-
You kick
yeah,
the
yeah.
door. The door slides to the side.
Oh, it's a sliding door.
How did the
Nice.
door slide to the side?
I like that.
Inside, there's.
To be fair, he's never been on the ship before.
Well, this is a new ship for you guys too. All the other ones have been like wooden and like they have actual doors. Inside there's a forest of these slender individuals that are about Dougie's height, maybe a little bit taller.
A forest? How big is this place?
There are a lot of them in here. This room's probably a good 2 to 3 meters on either side, and they all just kind of turn towards the door when it opens, and you just see these little red balls everywhere where their eyes would be.
Can I use some sort of wind against them? Because I'm like,
Because you're windy.
yeah.
So you could cast Fist of the Unbroken Wind.
What does that do?
Pretty much you make an unarmed strike, and just a solid block of air just kind of shoots out from you.
Can I
It
turn
is
the
like a
light
new-
on first to show these slender?
There is a
Green
light
light.
on. They are
Yeah,
kind
I
of
was gonna
blocking out
say,
the light.
can we get Dougie to
Make-
make some sort of light spell.
Oh, well, I've got a torch.
Use the
Ooh,
torch.
A magic torch?
I got it from
Jamie,
Jamie.
Just that they're already blocking out light, so I thought maybe if you used magic light, it would be different.
Okay. Do I have magic light?
Is it night outside or day?
What time is
You're
it?
flying inside a storm cloud, so it's
Oh, so it's
you
dark.
don't know. Yeah,
I've got a
there
scorching
is
ray.
a. That's an attack.
All right.
There is a light, kind of like an overhead fluorescent light, in the room, and it's throughout the entire the ship. They have these sparse little panels that emit light, but there are so many of these slender things in there that they're blocking that out from the ceiling.
Okay,
Like you can see it.
I shine my torch on one of them at their face.
Okay. There's really no reaction. They just kind of look into it.
What do they look like?
Imagine a human skeleton stretched out a little bit taller than what it should be. The arms and legs very narrow, and looks like they are covered in almost mummified skin, but it is absolutely black. There's like small definitions where you would see like bone ridges, but other than that, they are skeletal and their fingers are freakishly long, ending in sharp points.
Kind
Could
of
I
like the
use
ones from
Slenderman. So we're talking Slenderman here.
Pretty much.
or the alien from Indiana
Okay.
Jones and the Crystal Skull.
So
No,
do
their,
these
their
look-
skulls are normal shaped.
do these
Is there
look
enough
like
room
the-
for me to swing my sword?
Do these
I would
look
say
like the skeletal remains of people we're talking to?
No, they are of a different thing. They do have the slightly longer arms, but these seem fundamentally different. Their skulls seem more humanoid, while the Githzerai skulls are slightly more elongated. They don't look the same, and there are way too many fingers because Githzerai have like 3 or 4.
What language do they speak?
Which one?
Dead.
The slender people.
You don't know.
Can I swing my greatsword in this room?
You could, yes.
And would I be able to hit more than one of them?
There is actually a specialized feature that, but you might be able to hit more than one of them.
Because I was thinking it might, if I just swing my sword across the entire room, and if anything, if I kill someone, that's good. If nothing happens, then that's still good.
Okay, make me attack roll.
How do I do that again? Just press the greatsword.
Yes. Okay.
We're
You
not a
swing your
friendly
sword.
bunch.
You swing your sword and deftly cut through like what would be the gut level of these things through 3 of them, and they just kind of vanish. You're like, they are dead.
So do
And
they
then
like
3 more
vanish out?
and those 3 reform almost immediately afterwards.
Oh.
Kind of like ghosts.
They are very much like ghosts.
Did they
Is-
have did it have a physical effect? Like, did my blade actually collide with anything, or did they just dissipate?
It looked kind of like, you know how you have like small column of smoke and you like run your hand through and they kind of swooshes sideways
Okay.
and then it just reformed.
I check.
They
can I
disappeared
check to
almost
see-
entirely.
Can I check to see if Sarah's still in the room?
You would have to push through these forms first to get to where the beds are.
Does anyone
Yeah,
try
okay.
burning them?
Yeah,
No,
let's just
try
walk
and
around.
walk through them first.
Yeah, I just walked straight through them to check on Sarah.
Did you get a funny
Right.
feeling? Did like
You
anyone-
walk through and they kind of part and you kind of like use your wings to create a path and you come to Sarah's bedside and she's lying there. She looks asleep, but the dark figures are also kind of looking at her and not necessarily. You almost feel as if they might be slightly concerned. But they're
They're
there.
more protecting her than.
Yeah, it's kind of it's not necessarily like you would expect like people at a wake, but there's just like a lot of people like you would expect around someone's hospital bed.
Can I go get the guy that warned us about Sarah? Can I bring him to the room?
He would not fit down these hallways.
Hmm.
Like the reason why they are in only the storage area is that they only fit in the storage area and the engine room.
So he did
Oh.
say that there was something wrong. Like the way that thing spoke was that this was a negative thing that was happening.
He said that the energies are wrong.
Yeah. So we need to get rid of these somehow,
Yeah. What's Dougie got?
or get rid of whatever's causing them.
What's my insight? Who's got good insight? Is it insight?
Dougie, can you try a magic spell on one of these?
Can do. What have we got?
I mean, Dongle. Sorry, Dongle.
Has anyone got high perception? So we can figure out
I've got
maybe before
2.
we just.
My perception's not
We
bad.
might do more damage than good. We don't know yet.
You would actually use your insight skill for this.
Yeah, I thought so. But I'm only got -1. I'm thick as shit.
So
I've got
mine.
insight
don't let-
5.
Don't let that deter you.
Right. Do I click on it? Don't I?
Yep. Dougie, I am surprised you rolled double ones. I'm glad you did something on this. These things are unreadable to Dongle. Paul, you
Huh?
word salad. You feel you can't put your finger on it, but they're here. You can tell they're here for a reason. You just have no idea what it is.
Can I do an insight roll as well?
Yes. Cal, you feel as if they seem very concerned in their posture, but they don't seem to be there in a threatening way.
So there may be more of a symptom than an actual
Than a cause, correct?
Can I check Sarah's still alive and breathing?
Yes.
I do that.
Your hand brushes against her armor a little bit. You receive a small shock. You're like, "What the hell?" And then you use the equivalent of your pinky to check for a little pulse. You feel little thrum. She's still alive.
Okay.
Could we check? Was it insight to check on her, see if she's under a spell or something?
That would be an Arcana check.
A what?
Arcane.
Arcana. The A skill, like the only A skill besides athletics and acrobatics. All right, so Dougie, through some amazing insight from your massive wizarding abilities, you figure out that something regarding magic is at play here, and it has something to do with the magical orbs you're looking for.
Oh god. So who still has the orbs?
Oh yeah, that's right. You didn't get a second one. You only have one.
One, yeah.
Who has the orb?
I think Sarah has the
It
one.
is in Sarah.
Yeah.
Right.
So maybe they've been summoned by the orb.
Can we talk to
They-
them?
Are they protecting the orb?
Hi, Paul.
Hey, Dougie.
Well, those of you who were traveling on the ship with Sarah across the inland sea in an actual boat, remember that after you guys had left Senless, these things were kind of in the water and they were kind of following you throughout the towns.
Oh, yes.
Or at least one of them was. This is kind of like the largest collection of them that you've seen.
But they're
What's
not
passive
they're
wisdom
not, They're
again?
not dangerous to us.
Passive perception is kind of like your general awareness of the area around you.
Okay, so I won't be doing that. Okay.
Yeah, that's more of a thing that I would need to know and need to use.
Okay.
I can I attempt to talk to them in all 4 of my languages? I
Sure.
try all
yeah.
4.
All right. You seem to get a reaction to primordial. Like you try out Aarakocra, you try out Aran, you try out Common, you try out Orcish, you try out primordial. And, like the ones closer to you, just their heads kind of turn towards you, like you finally got their attention.
I ask them who they are in primordial.
Can you say it in primordial, please, Callum?
Yeah. It was bad.
I approve of this, but I don't require anyone to do anything. So like this, you hear Column start doing this weird sing-songy wind chime noise, and in the let's refer to them as the dark ones, just kind of start looking at him and seem like they're more listening to him, but they don't seem to respond. One of them kind of reaches forward and puts his very long fingertips together, and he begins moving them back and forth and up and down in what appears to be some sort of sign language.
Do I understand it?
No. He's like, it's like, I know they're trying to communicate something, but I don't know what it is.
So what would we look up at that?
2 words. First word. It's a movie.
Film.
Charades.
What would I use to try and guess what they're saying?
I'd probably say insight. Insight and an intelligence roll.
Can I try both?
You can try to decipher it. Just click on your intelligence modifier underneath intelligence, and roll an insight. Yeah. It's a mystery for the ages. You have summoned. Oh no! Wait. Make me a religion check. Okay. You have a vague memory of spiritual guardians of some form. They take on many forms. Some of them are dark and scary. Others are very light. They come in all shapes and sizes. They sounds vaguely similar to these things.
Okay. Do any of you have any questions you want to
Yeah, where's the religion?
want me to ask them?
Should we try and move Sarah and see what happens?
Is there like a hospital ward on the ship?
Are we gonna
There
get shocked?
is.
Are we gonna get shocked if we move Sarah?
If you don't touch her armor, yes. Or sorry, if you touch her armor, yes.
Yeah.
So we could use like a cover or something like that to carry her.
Then we got a shovel.
Can these
I've got
guys
rope.
She's already unconscious, Dougie.
I guess. I mean, she's on her.
She's only a wee.
Her
Just lift her
mattress
up.
or whatever she's on.
Are these guys going to let us take her?
I don't know.
That's one way to find out.
I mean, they don't mind touching her because I had to check that she was alive.
Tell them
Yeah.
we want to take it to see. Tell them they want to take them to
Make her better.
a hospital
Yeah,
or
okay.
something
I tell them that I'm taking them to the hospital.
to hopefully
Bit
try and make her
primordial.
better.
He would explain this as like a medicine man or a healer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But as I'm assuming you're doing it, Callum. Yeah.
Yeah.
You move up and you get kind of like one of your travel cloaks, and you kind of carefully scrape her up.
Scrape.
Ah,
So she's been
Well,
smeared across.
she has the bit about the size of a person's hand.
she's 10 inches. She's actually an Amazon among the fairy peoples. She's super tall for a female. Um, you kind of carefully get her up, and she doesn't have much of any response. She's totally limp. You carefully carry her,
She's like, I like my woman.
out into the hallway.
Don't drop her, Callum.
And you're like, I have no idea if there is any medicine men on this ship.
My medicine's
Oh,
minus
yes.
1.
Ask
Oh.
everyone with
What's
me
that you got?
if they know where the medicine man is. Oh,
I shout for Captain Gazrak.
Uh, the call echoes throughout the ship, and Ganzak and another people come running, and what's going on? Wait, why is the bird person holding the ferry?
We think she might be ill, and
under a spell.
your ship has been invaded by sort of semi-translucent skeletal beings, and I just thought I'd give you a heads up.
You've got the BTs.
Just stick your head in that room and have a look.
He turns and shouts, "Grimac!" And is that the one? Yeah. He says Grimac will take care of her, and he sends a couple of people to to check the room. And the one you recognize as the Shelag surgeon approaches, and he's like, "Quick, get her into the infirmary." And he kind of takes her from you and rushes her off. And I'm guessing you guys are gonna follow it.
Yeah.
Yes? No? Maybe. Okay.
Yeah, I need to make sure she's okay.
Okay. So he takes you to a place somewhere below the mess deck. And it's this decently sized room with a number of beds with privacy curtains. And he lays her kind of on one of the central ones, which we would recognize as like an observation table. And kind of pulls one of the arms from the ceiling, and it has a light, and he like starts examining her. And he goes through a full litany of small tests, and he's like, she's not dying. She seems to be in some sort of deep sleep.
Any idea why?
From my little knowledge of the arcane, it seems to be some sort of trance, I believe is the word for it. And he has like a couple. There's another surgeon or a medical attendant there, and he says a word in the Gith language, and the guy kind of nods and says, "I don't know the word for that in common, but the best way I can describe it is like one of those small winged insects," and he kind of describes a butterfly when they go into a chrysalis.
So she's changing?
Not necessarily changing. There is something on, but she is in
Cocoon state.
a dormant state.
Can I go back to the captain to see if I can figure out what them beings are?
You go back to Captain Ganzak, who's kind of at one of the kind of crossroads within the ship, and he's since this isn't really his ship to command, he's kind of been set in control of ship security, and he's kind of marshaling people to go like search the whole ship. There's supposedly creatures aboard, and you come up to him, and he's like, "Our albatross. How may I help you?"
Is there anything I can do in assisting finding these skeleton beings?
I don't know, seeing as they seem to only have showed up after you appeared on our windscreen. How do we
Did-
know that you aren't the ones that has brought them to us?
I have no idea what they are. Do you?
I have no idea what these things are. My men can't seem to find them either.
That's a good point. He didn't show up until this little monkey bird got here.
Throw the monkey overboard.
And not knowing where something came from seems likely what a saboteur would say when questioned.
Maybe we
Now
got
let's not make any accusations here, guys. It was Colin that found these beings.
And he's suspiciously quiet.
Yeah, he's. Where's he now?
Mandrake, you
You're
remember
not
that-
even here.
This is true. You guys didn't follow him.
What?
Mandrake is probably with him because he was charged to not leave his side. But Mandrake
Yeah.
would also remember that creatures like these have been following you guys for months. I mean, just not in this, just not in this level of.
I may have
detail.
forgotten about that.
I'm still in the hallway laughing at Callum kicking the sliding door.
It's like
Okay.
that pet.
Captain,
in
I
Truro.
have Captain, I have a theory, and I believe that this might be caused by the orb that Sarah is carrying, and I think that we should take it from her and quarantine it as soon as.
What orb?
Oh, you
Doesn't
just told
matter.
him something. that
Just
we-
Oh,
forget I
yes.
said that.
That orb. The ones that we seek to destroy.
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
Okay,
But we
backs
need-
away slightly.
But we need this one. So
We do not know how to remove an orb from its host, except by exposing it to other orbs or to the Throne of Omens itself.
Okay, so we're still
So-
looking for more orbs then, aren't we?
Yeah.
Where were we going? We were on our way to one, weren't we?
We
Last
were.
time?
We were heading toward a smaller human settlement referred to as Port Jamal, as that is where one of the Pillars of Light was last seen.
Can you take us to Port Jamal, please, to find a second orb we know that exists?
He looks at you blankly and says, "We are on the way to Port Jamal."
I was just trying to say, aren't we going there anyway?
yeah.
How long?
I
How long?
will
How,
go
how
back
long
to
before
my
we get
corner
there?
and carry on sharpening my swords.
I ask him how much longer it is till we get there.
Half a day.
is there any way we could make that faster?
Not without exposing our presence. We were planning on using
Yeah,
you as
fair
our
enough.
agents among the normal population, as we are quite distinct from your kind.
Can we do like
Well,
a
you know,
fade?
my logic was it would be good for us to get there faster rather than risking any more of this supernatural stuff from happening on years.
Yes, but the discovery of our ship could lead to its destruction.
It's also a good point.
We're gonna have to beam down, aren't we?
Stop siding with him.
That's a good
How
point.
how fast are we flying? Am I able to fly fast?
No. So
No,
you,
we-
you fly 40 feet in 6 seconds. So that what does that translate to?
Remember that time?
400. That's 400 feet every minute, which is 2,400 feet every hour. So you can fly just under a mile. You guys are going significantly faster than that.
Yeah.
The fact that we ran you over should tell you that we're probably.
We've only got half a day, so I suppose we could, you know,
Can we do like a
go
Wayne's
to the,
World
go to
fade?
the bar.
Well, I think we should definitely keep Sarah in quarantine. Right?
Should we leave Sarah with them, or should we take her with us when we get there?
We should leave her with them, I believe.
Are they safe? Is she safe with those other people that are in the room?
They don't have any reason to hurt her.
If they
Yeah.
wanted her, if they wanted to take her, they'd have taken her.
Yeah. We put back in the room, and then go to the bar.
I
Grimac would insist upon keeping her in the infirmary.
Yeah.
I suggest to the group, one person stay with her in case these beings show up again.
Are we
You mean
expecting a fight?
on the half-day journey?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I will volunteer to stay by Sarah's side in the infirmary to make sure that no more of this stuff happens, and that if it does, I will alert.
Don't fall asleep now.
Never. I've only had 20 beers.
Okay.
I go with Johnny as I can't leave his side.
Holding
The
your
unlikely
spear.
friendship of Mandrake
Gripping
and
your
Column.
I just get my javelin back out and start telling him about the baron again.
Never tell you about
So anyway, there's this man who I had speared to death.
this one's something or other, and this one's someone else.
One
What's
is
Hatter's character's name?
Hatter,
Had
Oh,
or
okay.
86.
It was the only three of us that have got our own fancy names.
Yeah, because no one else really wanted to, or came up with anything.
I didn't.
You can,
really
you can,
Hatter.
I just made an account
You can-
name, I guess.
you can change it if you wish. You can go to your character sheet and hit edit.
Mine's self-explanatory.
Yes. Column.
No, it's
So-
word salad.
What salad? Sorry, I'm still getting used to the voices. Just a little bit. Okay, so the next day and a half really don't have anything that happen to them. You get a feeling like just every so often you're a little bit paranoid. Like, is there something in that shadow? You do a double take every so often, but it doesn't seem as if the creatures make themselves known again. For those of you who are not by Sarah's side during her chrysalis transitioning, you recall aboard the bridge and are shown an aerial view of the area of Port Jamal, and you see a rather large spread city. It's got houses. There's a large number of stone buildings. Some of them seem to be fortified. Some of them don't. But there is an interesting amount of earthworks around the city of Port Jamal. From even at this height, the earth looks fresh. Like someone had recently dug up a bunch of things, and there are a number of swaths of trees around that are surrounded by large numbers of stumps, as if someone had just repeatedly just cut them down hastily within the last month or so. The Shadar lands a good distance away from Port Jamal on the south side, and informs you that like you're gonna have to walk it from here.
Okay, so who's all? Are we all going to go together?
Yeah.
I'm assuming there's better facilities in the town, isn't there?
But okay. Do we know where we're headed for exactly?
Somewhere near the center of town, there was a large beam of light. That's all that the Shadar can give you. They do offer to keep an eye on Seraph within their infirmary.
Have I
Okay,
got
that's perfect. Did anything
Grimac-
else happen on the journey?
Not so much, other than general jumpiness. Like, is there something there? And you haven't really seen it.
Okay.
It's more your mind playing tricks on you.
Is Sarah coming with us?
I think
No,
doing
she's
the wall.
unconscious.
She's singing to you.
Have
I could put it in my pocket, I suppose.
I got a scout ability? Go ahead.
I've got a tinder box that she could be carried in.
She can light to the fire, all right. The surgeons aboard the Shadar are very unlikely to let you take her. because of whatever state she's in. They feel it best that she's in a stable environment rather than being carried around in a tinderbox.
We'll put cotton
in my
wool in it.
pocket.
And they're like, you can
Do we
you
trust
even,
leaving her with them? Do we want?
Yeah, no, like I said, there's no reason for them to do anything.
Well,
They still need us.
Because we're working for them, so they.
I imagine that they'd be scared of John Bob. So.
we're all scared of John Bob.
I'm right. And if anything happens to her, I will avenge myself or avenge her on the entire.
I will avenge myself.
Is that what you call it?
Mm. Oh, really? So you heading up for Port Jamal now?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
All right.
Oh, good. This
Uh,
was kit. Sweet.
You literally can change your face at will.
Happy? Sad. Happy?
Ooh.
Okay.
Happy Baron, sad Baron. Happy
Yeah. Shit. I've still got to do that, haven't I? I've still got to do
Okay.
that.
So.
I
It
I
takes-
get my javelin out and then I start messing with the Baron's face.
I swear you
He's like smiling and frowning. Happy Baron said.
Okay.
Will you introduce me as Joker?
We've arrived in a town of boxes.
You arrived in a town of
Oh.
boxes. You have made your way from the south side. You come up to a series of what are referred to as breast walls, and they have these large, sharpened wooden stakes sticking out of them. And as you approach the area that looks like it would be a gate, a number of heads pop up from behind it and level crossbows at you and shout at you to halt.
Houdini!
I
Hail!
Hello.
What business have you?
We want to go and see that big column of light.
It's not currently there. It was only for one night. But they're like, how do you know about that?
We saw
Oh,
it.
we just saw it from afar.
One of them kind of ducks behind, and you hear like really loud stage whispering.
can I understand it?
No, it is just
Okay.
indefinite.
I go. We can hear you.
Quiet. And he pops back up and says, "All right, you can come in as long as you aren't going to attack us." You see, this is a young kid. He's probably 19 at most. It looks like he's just been impressed into military service.
Okay, so then I get my javelin out and I aim for his heart.
But then we get in
course
there
I
and there's
don't.
like 70,000 more of them.
And I kill them all.
Um,
I'm joking. I'm not actually doing that.
Thank goodness, because it's like, and this is how you became outlaw. Let me tell you the story of why I'm getting hung for my hide. Okay, they kind of wave you in, and you see that everyone's very nervous, very very nervous within these trenches, and it's like 2 to 3 layers of trenches that you go through, and each one gets a little higher. It's actually kind of smallly impressive how quickly this expansive of a network has been built, because it doesn't look that old. Like you can still see there's some moss on the wooden spikes. Like the bark is still there, and it doesn't seem like it was fresh cut maybe a week or two ago.
Are they nervous of us or are they nervous
What's going
general?
on here? We say to the soldier.
We've been under attack recently. Bands of armed men have been coming from the north, and the city is in an uproar, and he just starts rambling like about that Port Jamal doesn't have any walls. It's one of the only unwalled towns or large cities in the entire area because no one thought anyone would ever like attack it. And it's like he pretty much spills out more than he should, saying that they set up a lot of earthworks around the towns in response to several raiding parties. And it's one of the guys just kind of like clamps his hand over his mouth, like, "Don't tell the strangers everything." Yeah.
So
On your
I
way.
just like feign a laugh and then we just continue on.
Okay. As you're making your way through, one of the more experienced looking soldiers kind of approaches your group and says, "You there?
Hell,
Hello.
You look capable.
We are.
thank you.
Would you be interested in some work?"
Well, that depends, doesn't it?
On the coin.
It's starting to sound like the A-team.
We are.
Yeah,
Are
I
they
should go get
18?
a cigar.
What can you tell us? You're under threat. I understand. I can see that. From whom and why?
We don't know. A number of different signet. Not signet. It's not signet. What would be the right word? Many a banner we've seen marching against us. Two of which seems to be a yellow, or not yellow, a red flower on a black background. One seems to be a strange silver. He kind of makes a motion in the air, of a central crossbar with a small crossbar at the top, and two progressively longer crossbars at the bottom.
Did anyone in the town get a look at the people?
They seem to be types of all over. Humans, some half-orcs, some others. We had one individual volunteer. He had a similar shaped device upon his arms, but he assured us that he was not that he was anathema to them. He led a small detachment up to a fortification north of the town, and we've heard back that they are under attack. And as you can see from my men, none of them seem capable enough to perform such an action. Would you be willing to lend aid to our small garrison?
What is it? What was it we were originally
yeah.
here to do? Again.
Well, we're here to find the
Find an
other
orb.
to find the other orb.
Okay.
Sir, can you tell? Did you see the pillar of light in this town?
Most people did.
Could you tell us where it came from?
I could, but are you willing to help us in our little predicament?
Yeah. Well,
I don't know,
quid
but
pro quo it.
How long is
quid
the travel?
It is within a day's travel. And why did everyone disappear?
Well, have we seen that red flower on a background before? I swear we saw it in another. I swear we've seen that before in a previous one.
Did any of the people invading look tall, slender, skeleton-like?
No. No, I can't say that they are. They all seem to be normal men-at-arms.
Okay.
Where's it? 86?
Okay,
Lost 86?
guys, what do you guys think?
I'm happy to help him if it helps us find the orb.
I just
I
had a
worry
feeling
about
we
Sarah's
interrupted.
lifespan.
I can't hear 86.
Was that Hatter?
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
Hey,
Yeah, I
did
agree.
you
I would also help them.
All right. So a little bit of coin and information that you need in exchange for you helping our boys.
How much coin are you offering?
50 gold pieces apiece.
Make it 60.
It's a deal.
35. Oh, okay.
I'll do
I
it for
clap-
free.
I clap my hand over Hatter's mouth. 60 will be fine. Thank you. Pleasure doing business.
Okay.
So we'll head
Um,
north.
He calls like a page, and the page leads you quickly through the town, and to a road to the north, and points you outside of the wooden fortifications that they have set up. And says just follow this road, and you can't miss it. There's only one of them, that way at least.
One road.
Well, no, one fortification.
All right. Oh.
Yeah, okay. So let's just start walking then, guys. Or let's take a jog.
Okay.
I wish we'd asked for horses.
It takes
Can
maybe.
I? Sorry, go. No, go.
No, you have a question. What is it?
Can I fly ahead, or am I not quick enough?
You are probably one of the fastest in the party.
Okay, I fly ahead to see what we're up against.
You're like our drone.
Yeah.
Can Callum
Yeah.
carry me since I'm pretty small?
I
Can I
say,
carry
monkey
Hatter?
boy, fly
How
up
many
in
peop-
there and report back.
How many people can I carry?
You might be able to carry one person. It might be Hatter size or smaller.
Okay, does anyone want to lift?
Yes, please.
Make me a
Hatter.
strength check.
Tell you what, like lift Hatter and fly him above, and then Hatter can take notes if he sees any enemy formations or if he can see the fortification that we're headed towards.
Yeah. Recon only. Do not engage.
I'll cast a perception when I'm up there.
Okay, Trent,
Make
you
me a
still want a
strength check.
strength?
Yes. So it's you can't lift Hatter.
Well, shit.
Can
You
I
and your
throw
pie.
Hatter?
You and your pies.
Have I
It's
got
not me, it's
anything?
Callum.
I mean, you can toss Hatter whenever you want.
Wait, what?
For only 10 gold coins. 5 gold coins.
How far away am I from lifting him? If
But
if they
maybe-
thro- if
He's
they
gonna fly like a foot above the ground.
no, but if they threw him up really high, would I be able to?
What the fuck?
Let me finish. Would I be able to safely bring him back down, or would I literally plummet?
Maybe Hatter could give us all of his gold and then he'd be lighter.
If they were to throw him up, and then I hold him up there long enough that he take notes, and then bring him down safely.
Maybe
or
we
if
you
can
that's
might-
not-
carry on jogging.
you might
safely
have
and
to.
Callum can go ahead.
Callum, just go and fly yourself and take notes yourself.
Okay, I
Okay.
grab Hatter by the scruff of his neck, and I shout, "Go long!"
I dart off in the distance.
And then I fling Hatter into the sky. Is that a strength check?
That is a strength check.
You can turn into your Hulk character thing.
Hatter goes 3
How-
feet.
You toss Hatter probably a good 10, 15 feet in the air. I need a dexterity save from the save box, Hatter.
Oh shit.
I attempt to catch Hatter.
You want a dex? Is it Trent?
Dex save, dexterity save. Yes.
No, should we not be doing a roll for Carl?
If Calum's gonna try to catch you, I also need a dexterity and a strength save.
Why is my dexterity not going?
There you go.
No, it went.
Oh, did it? Oh, sorry.
All right.
Oh, shit, yeah. Up above the. Okay.
Okay, so you toss 15 feet in the air, and Hatter all of a sudden, thump, the Birdman gets you under the armpits, and you are held very securely, and
Ugh.
Callum soars into the air, and it's a long way down.
Huzzah.
Yes,
I tell
my
Hatter to
plan
take
works.
notes.
I regret everything. I didn't bring a pen.
So you and Callum fly several hundred feet ahead. You see it kind of looks like a hill fort, but it's made out of the same earthworks that you saw previously. There's a lot of timber sticking out, and there is a significant trail of bodies all around it. You can
Oh,
hear
damn.
you can hear armed conflict going on within the fortification at this, and you kind of barely look over the thing without getting too close, and you see that there is a dwindling number of defenders against what seems to be an aggressing force.
Can I, because I'm one of the air people, can I make clouds or
No, that is unfortunately
can
beyond
I
your
move
ability.
clouds?
That is unfortunately beyond your ability. The
Oh.
class actually for that would be druid,
Oh, okay.
but druids are super hard for your first character.
Is over the fort? Is there any cloud? Is there any cover?
No, it's a mostly clear sky. Most of the cottony clouds are far off on the horizon.
Okay.
Could we drop in Column and Hatter to take part in the combat before we?
But you don't know any of that's going on.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
they can
asked-
make that decision.
I ask Hatter whether he wants to join the conflict or report back.
I think it would be wise to report back first.
Okay.
Sound
I love
decision
that
from Hatter.
me and Column are so or character, sorry, are so in sync that in character without even a word to each other, I grabbed Hatter and threw him in the sky, and Column just knew to catch.
So you fly back and you inform the party of what is going on, and I'm guessing you guys are going to proceed to the small fort.
Yes, with all haste.
Okay. It takes you some minutes to get there, but on a small rise in the hill, there's a wood fortification. The sounds of combat continually ring out from it. You guys are in the lower right-hand corner. I'm going to remove Sarah because she's not here right now. The weird bird is the closest thing I could find to an Aarakocra. I apologize,
I'll take it.
but we get the idea. As
So
you
is there
hmm?
is
That's
there
a lot of
four
bad guys.
Is there four entrances?
There
north,
is
east,
one
south, and
entrance.
west?
There's
where's
one
that?
entrance here.
Okay.
There are ways up onto the hill that it is, which are here, 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 and here.
How
Okay.
heavy and or tall is JB?
Jonah Bob is
Mandrake.
Mandrake Stonebreaker. Has a carried weight of 85 or 80 so pounds, plus he's like, let's check out his bio. He's 115 pounds, so he's almost 200 pounds and 4'1".
Would I?
He's a young dwarf too.
Plus,
Wow.
like 3 heads on a.
That's true. And all my armor, and 3 swords, and
Would I be able
Two-
to hover Mandrake Stonebreaker just above the wall, so he's able to throw a spear at one of the enemies?
I would say no because of your strength.
Okay.
Can
is the
Mandrake Stonebreaker put one of his heads so it looks like there's actually more of us? Like a head decoy? Put 3 heads in different places.
could
quite a good
Dongle
idea,
blow a
actually.
hole in the side of the
The wood is reinforced with a lot of earth. I do not
Can you-
think he would be able to.
Right. Okay. So we have to run to the door.
Yes.
How sturdy is the door? Is it a sliding door?
The door is open, or you can't. Well, from the air, you could see that the door had been broken in already. Hence, why there are bad guys inside the fort.
How does Hatter fight?
Quietly.
From a distance, and usually I
Damn.
usually
I was thinking, right,
people.
Can we not just
Could
run
I-
in?
How many can I sneak attack and kill before they realise anyone's there?
So are the bad
Which
guys?
which ones are the bad guys?
8 on the right.
Yeah, we
Uh,
I'd say probably the people on the right are the bad guys.
Yeah.
Well, behind the
Can
the
I-
two pencils.
I can drop an old stinking cloud in there.
That's the left,
I-
Dougie.
Oh,
Can I walk up to the entrance and fire a load of air at them so it knocks them all over?
What's it called? Fists of the Unbroken Wind is a single
Yeah.
target attack.
so it's
You can look. Let's look it up. Let's look it up.
What's my talisman again?
Talisman.
there's
Yeah, my
is that mean
canine.
is there
Yeah,
Uh,
is there
Um,
10
carry
bad
around.
guys then?
Yes. 30 feet of view. The creature must make a strength saving throw. That's really powerful. But yeah, it's only one individual for Fist of Unbroken Air. Fist of the Four Thunders is an area attack, but you have to be up in their grills to do that.
Okay.
So you could fly in, land in the middle of them, and you use.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Can I do that?
Okay, so we're going to go into initiative order. So I need initiative roll.
I've got a mastiff I can use for 6
Wait,
hours.
Where's that?
can you fly out after you do that, Callum, or are they gonna absolutely shred you in between turns?
Good question.
Now is not the time for questions. Now is the time for action.
Is my mastiff is it a good attacking animal? It doesn't say
That
anything about its
it
attack.
does have it has a wolf's base attack, which isn't terrible, but it's more of a guard dog. Okay, so we have Mandrake at 6. To roll your initiative, in the central column, there is a small box that says initiative. Yeah, there we go.
It's has mine come through?
Yes.
Okay.
11. Okay, so Callum goes before Dongle because dexterity and initiative modifier. We have an 18 from Paul.
Why does mine not work? Oh, damn it.
It's worked.
No,
Yeah,
I
yours
mean,
is work.
it keeps going ping, ping, ping. You want to send the result of this roll to the turn tracker, but no valid token selected.
Oh,
Mine said
that's
that as well.
don't
Oh, yeah,
don't ignore the turn tracker. I don't use that. I use old school pen and pencil and pen. So I have it in front of me, but while some people would use it to add it to the turn tracker so that everyone can see it, it's easier for me to write it down and tell you when your turn is.
Someone's drowning.
Sorry,
So
I
is,
didn't scroll.
where are we on the picture on the picture on the board? Are we not there yet?
Bottom right.
Yes, bottom
All
right.
right, all right, okay.
Oh, this
yeah.
is
I
gonna
didn't scroll
be
down that
good.
far. Oh, yeah. I see this.
Okay, yeah. I fly in and use my area wind
Okay,
attack.
so here's an interesting thing. So each of these squares is 5 feet. So your speed is 40. I would say you guys probably get up to about here before the initiative starts. And you can only move your base land speed, which is that little number underneath speed or above speed. And for example, you have a speed of 40, and this is how far you'll be able to get.
Okay, I know where I'm going.
All right. So, would you prefer to be starting from where you currently are, or would you prefer to start from up here?
Yeah, I think we should just move up to there.
What are we?
Okay.
Where are we?
How do we ping it again?
Where?
Oh yeah, there.
Oh, I was going to sneak attack from the bottom.
There's like no way to get in there that way.
No, I won't.
Okay. So, the doors are open. You see a number of individuals fighting and
Ooh.
fortification, because I'm suddenly old English. Let's put this on the map layer. There we go.
So are they the ones behind the two pencils? They're the goodies. They're part with to try and
There-
save.
Yes, from this angle, you see that there are a couple of archers shooting at the two pencils, and a couple people are shooting from the two pencils and seem to be barely holding their own. Okay, top of the initiative. I'm gonna zoom in because battle map. Paul, it's your turn.
I'll let someone else go first. I don't know what I'm doing.
So you hold your act. So you
Yeah,
pass
because
your turn.
if I go in there, I'm going to ruin my stealth attack or my sneak attack anyway. Because they'll see me come in.
They don't. You would currently be technically stealth. You would get one stealth attack. One
I'll
sneak attack damage.
I'll let the big guys go in first.
Okay, Hatter, it's now your turn.
Sorry.
That's fine. I kind of want to do like a.
See, that's where I was at. I just passed it on. Do the same.
Oh yeah, let's do.
We're just gonna spend everybody's gonna end their turn.
I
We'll
know
go
what I
right-
want.
We'll go around to
I'm gonna
Paul.
go for shatter.
Okay. What is the
just
range on shatter?
because, 60.
Oh yeah, you could put it anywhere. You could put it right here. If I remember correctly, that's a
10-foot radius sphere, so somewhere around, yeah, exactly, right there.
okay. If you put it like right on this guy, no, right here, you could
Oh
get
yeah,
almost everyone.
yeah, I just missed one guy. Okay, cool. I will do that.
Okay. Click on shatter in your attacks and mark off one spell of that level from your spell sheet.
And I will do that. Okay, there we go.
Okay. I think that's the damage already. Yeah, okay, so 14 damage. I'm gonna check something out. Do not be alarmed. It's part formerly known as Prince. How did I just now notice that? Okay.
So how
shatter.
tall are these boulders around the
Sorry.
fortification? Are we able to
Uh,
like walk through them or jump over them?
That is actually those aren't boulders. Those are okay. Saving throw. Radius. Do 3d8 thunder damage.
They're just limpet shells.
Damn if fail save. So if it's what is this? Is it a Constitution save? Constitution saving throw. Okay. So 14 damage or 7 if they succeed. So now I have to do like 6 of these. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. All right, so here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 14 damage.
I feel like I just attacked Trent with mathematics. Like, take that,
Oh,
Trent.
it really is a lot of math at this part, and I'm not very efficient in that regard.
You haven't got your
So-
calculator with you?
I do. I actually did have to break out the calculator last time I did combat, but
I just make it
the
up.
most part
Just
is
for writing
kind of good.
boobs.
Just wing it, be like, yeah, that guy got 8 damage, that guy took 7 damage.
Okay. A loud shattering noise sounds from the middle of the group, and is this something about them being knocked down? Okay. You also you hear a large shattering noise and cries of surprise as it erupts in the middle of these combatants. And does that end your turn, Hatter?
Yeah, that's the end.
Okay. Um, you hear some confusion and you press the attack, and these individuals rush up. And one tries to climb one of the fortifications. The other one moves around, and this one who isn't looks around and notices you. I wouldn't say that he has a line of that much of a line of sight on Paul, but he does see the rest of you, and he cries out there, "You're being attacked from behind," and then like takes a position over here to try to defend. Okay. Um, Callum, it's your
Yes.
turn.
I fly in and use. Oh shit! I fly in and
Flying in
use.
shit.
Fly in and use the area wind attack. The air attack.
So, are you flying like right here, or are you? Oh,
Yeah.
there's a word of warning. So you could
Okay.
fly 10 feet up, travel like 20, 25 feet, and then fly 5 feet down. And that would still technically get them in the cube, but that would allow you to avoid being have an attack of opportunity as you go by people. So you could get here.
Can I hover just above the entrance and then like fire the wind down at them?
If it's fist of the unbreaking wind, yes.
Is that
If it's
the one that gets multiple people?
no, because the casting Thunderwave, which is Fist of the Four Thunders for you, it's a 15-foot cube, so it's 15 feet on a side, so it's literally something like this area.
Okay. So.
Also,
Okay. So yeah.
can you move your token just to be sure?
Moving where? Like.
Just like move him around, like you have control over him. All right, so you started here. You have a maximum move distance of 40, but you would run through like 5 to 6 people. All right, so you
Okay,
want to hover right over the entrance.
Can I go like here? Like like there, and then fire wind.
Okay,
Down
you're like 10 or 15 feet in the air?
No, I'm like stood on the entrance at this point.
Okay, so that door thing there is gone. It's been blown open.
Okay, so I'm okay. Hover about the same height as the rest of the walls, so that I'm above close range attacks.
All right, so about 15 feet up. 15 minus 45. 40 is 25. Yeah, you'd be able to reach there. Okay. So, you're going to cast what?
Like a big wall of air at them, so it knocks them.
Okay, so you're attacking this individual?
Sorry.
Blue guy.
This one?
Him. Yeah.
Okay. So go to your attacks, click on I have to check something for you real quick. Fist of Unbroken Air. Mark off 2 key points from your key pool.
Where's that?
That should be right there. So KI to the right of your attacks and spells.
Okay, so I'm now down to.
Yes. And then click on Fist of Unbroke. ... Okay. 9 bludgeoning damage. That's kind of crappy.
He did just blow a gust of wind at him.
He did just blow a gust of wind, but it's 3d10, which means he rolled like a 1-on-1 and like 5 and 2. Like the maximum he could have done is 30. Okay.
More of a
He needs a
breeze.
dex save. Needs a dexterity saving throw.
A light
And
breeze.
So you're
Ooh.
it's a light
Pretty
breeze.
breeze.
Oh.
We've got a asthmatic bird.
Callum's like, ha. Clear me.
Oh no, I rolled the deck save.
Oh, sorry.
It's for them. They have to make a deck save in order to resist. So Gollum flaps his way up, and you see him do some cool monk move, and like he punches toward an opponent, and this solid gust of wind comes and smashes into this poor fool, and he takes
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah?
yes, hello.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, the microphone broke.
And he takes
Thought it was
4
quiet.
points of damage because he made the save. Slams into him. He's like, "What?" Which causes him to reaction turn towards you. It's oh my god. He is wearing some sort of armor, but his tabard is black and it has that weird like upside down cross in silver on the front of it. And the one over here seems his equipment is covered in soot, and it also has a black tabard, but it has what looks to be a flower that is red, but the closer you look at it, they appear to be claws in a circle.
Oh.
Okay.
As do
So far.
most of everyone else seems to have something similar.
So the two
A
factions
device
are
on the
working
rest of it.
together.
That is a logical conclusion.
Okay.
Okay. Dongle. It's your
Let's
turn.
see what we got. Uh,
Trent, I've got a red, green, and blue circles on my screen. Is there any way to get rid of that? I've got a little cog and a weird
I
blood
think
all
you
in
just
circles.
click anywhere and I think it goes.
Like this?
Oh yeah, no, I got it. Never mind.
Okay.
I've got a ray of frost or a firebolt.
Yeah, you're looking at your cantrips or your spells.
Spells.
Spell levels. Level 0 spells or level non-zero spells?
+7.
This. Oh, in your combat thing. Okay. Firebolt and Ray of Frost. Those are. Firebolt and Ray of Frost. Those are both cantrips, so you can cast those as many times, in a day as you want. Pretty much. Either of those would do it.
I've got shocking grasp. What's that? What's
That is a melee touch attack of magic. So pretty much you have taser hands, but you have to be close up. Ray of Frost and Firebolt are a little bit farther distance.
okay? I'll go first one firebolt then.
Okay, who are you attacking? You have a clear line of sight pretty much in this general area. You can't really see him, but you can see these individuals.
And is there a radius or is it got a straight on one hit?
Ray. If it says Ray, it's most likely just one individual person.
Okay, I'll hit the boy who's just turned to face Kowloon.
Okay.
Because we kind of want to try and get the three. Can I hit? I haven't. It's not long enough to hit the three that are attacking the other boys because we want to try and save them.
If I remember correctly, let me just check it out on your spell list. I'm sorry this is taking so long. Ray of Frost's range. Fireball's range is 120 feet. But with the angles that you can see,
So if I moved there,
so you could see this from that position. You could see him, and like
aye,
this line.
hit the boy that's away to hit the that one there.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Make an attack roll. just click the words and little attack spell things.
Hadouken.
Okay. Now in the chat, click the word firebolt to see what damage you roll. 5. Pretty decent. So, balancing things, he takes 5 points of fire damage. Dougie takes side steps and just slings with great accuracy a firebolt streaking through past people, and this guy just takes it in the back. Surprise! As fire begins to burn into his backside. Surprised, but continuing to move forward. Okay. Does that end your turn, Dongle?
I don't know. I'll hit him again if you want.
So balancing thing, you can do 2 spells per turn. One of them has to be a cantrip, which which Firebolt is, and one has to have either have a casting time of a bonus action or an action. This allows it so that high-level wizards and other spellcasters can't just spam like 16 high-level spells in one go, and then just kill everything in a matter of seconds. So let's check out. All right, so Firebolt takes 1 action. Prestidigitation, 1 action. Ray of Frost is 1 action. Yeah, pretty much all of your cantrips take 1 action.
Is that my turn done then? Is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
Which is pretty good. 5 damage on a cantrip is actually really good.
I thought it was a bit shit.
Well, so cantrips are low damage. If the cantrip is a damage spell, it's generally low, but you can just keep casting it.
Right.
The more powerful ones like Fireball and stuff like that, they do a bunch of damage, but you have a limited number of uses. So like you could just use all your spells up and then you'd be defenseless, but you'd have cantrips that can do a little bit of damage, which is most weapons do about 5 damage anyway. And result in still being able to not die. Okay. These
Basically,
individuals
you've got like a bag of firecrackers. You're like, ah.
pretty
Just
much,
randomly.
yeah. So these 2 individuals, one looks to their commander, who is dressed differently in full black city plate. Looks around and he kind of waves one of them forward and the other one to take up the rear. So this guy moves here and positions himself next to meet your assault, and this guy also pushes up and tries to climb over the fortification. Mandrake, it's your turn.
Okay, let's see which one is me.
Yes, you are this lovely boy right here.
The guy in the middle, I thought so. Okay,
gonna-
I
you
can't
gonna-
move him.
Are you going for the commander, are you?
Do you have selected move selected, or do you have snap to center measuring?
I have move selected, but it's not doing it.
Selected. All right, let me see if you are actually assigned. No, he's assigned as generic token. That explains why. Okay, try now.
Now I can move it.
All right.
Okay, so it's what is it 40 or that my guy can move? Oh no, 35.
35. It should be your speed. And I will remind you
Is
that,
that
as a
is this the boss, the guy with the green cape?
The one with the shield.
no, the one who seems to be mostly in command is this one.
All right. 30 feet away.
Well, I'm gonna run to him.
You'll have to pass. Well, actually, no. You could. You can't go through an opponent's square.
Aw.
You can try to go around him, but once you enter someone's area of threat, it means that once you leave that area of threat, you can risk a bonus attack. So, like if we use the example of Hatter and Paul, if you leave within 1 square of them, they would be able to make a attack of opportunity on you if they were
Right.
enemies, as a reaction.
So let me just quickly. I can only do one attack in this turn, right? Because of the type of character that I am.
At your level, if I remember correctly, hang on, you're level 6. Barbarian 5e. I believe at level. Hang on. Level 6, you can make 2 attacks in your attack action.
Okay, but those have to be movement in their attack or attack then movement.
You can split it up in 5e, so you could smack a fool, run up, smack a fool, run to another one, and smack a fool again.
Or I could throw a javelin, run up, and then hit the guy that I threw the javelin at.
I would say yes, because those are both regular attacks.
Okay, so I'm going to throw a javelin at
Him, okay.
the dude in the blue.
Mm-hmm.
I just appreciate our dungeon master saying, "Smack a fool." You can run up and smack a fool.
I made a magical item once that's pretty much just a golden bike chain with a huge lock on it called the Return of the Smack.
If only that weapon were here now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so my javelin throw is what is that? What do I roll for that?
You would go to your attacks and you would click on Javelin.
Oh yeah, okay. So it's just a normal. I thought maybe because I was throwing it, it would be a strength pass or something like
No, it's gladly all factored in with these sheets, which makes it a lot easier for people. It
that. Okay.
does hit.
Nice.
Now click on the word Javelin to see how much damage it does.
Hi, Mark.
I'm Art.
Hi, Mark.
No, you have
Nerds!
to in the chat. You have to click on.
Oh, in the chat. Okay.
Yes, for the first one. All right, 8 piercing. That's not too bad. Okay.
Okay, so I stuck a javelin in his armor.
Yes. It's like javelin. It sinks in. He's. Now you can make your movement. I would suggest that you don't go immediately underneath Callum because that's just really hard to get people out of tokens when they're stacked. Okay, so
So-
you're now in attack range with 3 individuals.
Can I go there instead? Is that
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
And I'm gonna swing my greatsword.
Okay. That does not hit. You throw your javelin, it pierces the guy's armor. You run up like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get it, and in your excitement, you swing a little too wide, and it bounces off of his shield.
That's okay. We're engaged now. I'll get on the next turn.
Okay. Ends your turn. So, I will remind you that you can go into a rage as a bonus action, and that will help increase your damage. You can also cast Enlarge on yourself and become 8 feet tall.
Tell you what, I'll go into a rage.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think I have to check something on your sheet so that it'll automatically add. Yes. We'll poke that. So it should add the extra damage from raging on your thing. So thing of rages, you either have to take damage or deal damage once it's activated, otherwise it goes away and you become exhausted.
Okay,
So
cool.
the archers take a step forward and begin firing arrows at the opponents they were doing before. One of which hit a couple of the people, and there is fire in return. The big boss man kind of positions himself so that he can run both fronts, and he continues to bark orders at the rest of them. Paul.
Have you
Right.
decided what you're doing now, Paul?
I Is it Callum first before me though?
No.
No,
Is
because
it-
you
is it-
were
is-
first,
is-
then you
You were the
passed.
first, you skipped your turn. Because you were like, I don't want to break stealth, but now we're full on battle. So there's no
What
way
I
you're
want to
stealth.
do is, I don't know how I can do it. I've got a flask of oil. Can I use that as a Molotov? I want to hit these three here but Callum's quite next to him. So I don't know if he.
So
Singe's
alchemist
wings.
fire is something that you would want.
Oh, okay, so I can't do that.
I mean, you could toss it, but you wouldn't be able to make it a Molotov. You could toss it, then light it afterwards. But
Yeah,
with
with
sneak attack, which I will point out is you could get sneak attack on this guy very easily. Sneak attack is a rogue's bread and butter.
yeah. Can I go over and help this guy here?
Which guy?
The one by the pencils.
Uh,
Because he's
yours.
staring at them. Because if
This
everyone's
guy?
if everyone's concentrating on this main group.
You would. I think your max speed is 30, but you'd have to run by like 5 or 6 individuals
I'm going to be a whittler.
and incur a lot of attacks of opportunity.
Guitar builder, awesome.
Let's go for the one nearest me then.
So I would suggest that you could try and make an attack, stealth attack on this individual or this individual, so that you can start clearing out this area to get you access to
The
over
one
here.
above him.
This
The
one.
Yeah.
He's not been
Right,
hit
so
yet,
move
has he?
yourself. He's not been hit. No, he hasn't.
My grandson's just started learning guitar.
Yay! Another guitar player.
Oh, what have I got to click again? It's rapier.
Select and move.
Right, yeah.
Just put your sword pointed at the right way.
Can't. Am I moving that way? No, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
you're. Alright, I've got him where you would probably be.
Right.
Alright, you can make your sword attacks. You get 2 attacks because you have a rapier and dagger. Sorry, rapier and short sword.
I could learn to play guitar on stream with Mark's.
Okay.
Rock's
Yeah,
Noobs
let me
design
check
guitar.
something out.
But it needs to be left-handed.
You can do a lot of things left-handed. What?
Yeah, he can make me a custom instrument.
Okay,
I can get
so
my hands on Mark's instrument.
Hopefully that's like a demo mode where you can just press the button and it goes.
That would be awesome.
Keyboards.
Okay, so hang on, let me check to see something on your sheet again. Okay, so sneak attack is factored in. Okay, so that first one hits, the second one does not. Click on rapier in the chat to see how much damage you deal.
Okay, let's switch back to this one. Rapier.
See you later, Mark.
Okay, so you deal 21 points of damage as you just come around and surprise stab this dude in the clavicle.
Okay.
Does it kill him?
No,
Oh,
it hurts him really bad, but he's still alive.
balls.
Like, he looks like he's half as good as he used to be. Okay. Hatter. It's your turn.
Alright, well I'm gonna go for the good old fashioned stinking cloud. And I apologize if I hit people again this time.
Manbreaker puts a peg over his nose.
I can move back.
Breaker. Where are you casting it?
I just want to see the rate. Okay, the radius is 20 feet. So I'm gonna have to go like on the boss man. Maybe a bit to the left of him. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no. Okay, that's
Hatamai
Maybe
goes
go,
next, so I can move out the way, so don't worry about me.
Yeah, but
Oh,
everyone else is. Everyone else is
yeah.
in there too.
What about the
Oh yeah, there.
oh yeah.
20 feet. Aye.
Whoa. Okay.
Ooh,
Whoa.
ooh, ooh,
Gonna
ooh.
wipe out the. Alright, go to like the bottom right a little bit. Like maybe. Yeah. That looks pretty good.
Okay, so you gas out. This is. I'm pretty
Well,
sure this is
maybe
a
if you
war
go,
crime.
could you go? If you go up one square.
Yeah, go up one more. I'm not sure, is that. Zing. Yeah,
20
that's
feet.
pretty good.
That would cover the. That would get
What's
the other
one
ones on the
more
other
up?
side as well. Get two of them.
Would one more square up?
What about to the left a little bit?
Ka-ching. Alright, looking good, looking good. Uh oh. Okay, yeah, we'll have to go one below the boss guy. Whoa. Right click Callum.
I'll be
Alright,
right.
Callum, you'll figure it out.
Okay.
Right, stinking cloud.
Hi Volvo. What's going on in the party here? We're
You guys are assaulting a small fortification.
we're. Oh, look at the little cloud.
That cloud should be green, really.
Okay. No, that doesn't work. It's really the only one that I have that doesn't have a weird ass background.
All of us
Okay,
except the
so-
dungeon master are.
Oh, there we go.
We're relatively new to Dungeons and Dragons.
With the chemical warfare.
Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure this is some strange war crime somewhere.
Well, no one's gotten me for it yet, so I'm gonna keep using it.
Yet. So
This will all be deleted afterwards. Records will be destroyed.
I could say something. I think they get you in trouble in the UK.
I'm sure Twitter will get me fired for this in a couple of years. Oh my god.
Or get bought by me.
Okay.
Or get,
Isn't the cloud bigger than that? I don't know.
It's 20 feet.
Wait, I'm in that cloud.
Showing up up in
20 foot radius sphere. So it was
But I thought
right about there.
I thought
there,
this
yeah.
was to cover the two guys beside the two pencils.
I was
It,
I was under the sorry, I was
yeah,
doing radius. Radius that should be a lot bigger.
20
There we
feet,
go.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
That's
that's
it.
more like it.
40 foot radius. So just the smell of rotten eggs permeates the
the enemy are now looking at each other going, "Do you fart?"
I just put my arms in the air, just at my armpits. Doodle.
Ugh.
okay.
I don't know if
Enjoy, everyone.
He is a
Enjoy
tiny
it.
little disease magnet.
Okay.
right. It's been released.
It has been released.
To be
Does
fair,
that end
if
your
Jonah
turn,
Bob
Hatter?
threw you into the air and Callum like caught you, I'm pretty sure. You know, you might have a.
I was gonna say, which one's Mandrake?
The one below you.
I'm just
John and
south
Bob.
of you.
Oh,
Am I able
I'm-
to wave my wings
Oh
as
shit!
to
Oh,
help, as to
He's
protect,
you mean-
to move the cloud from?
No, you don't.
can
Want...
you
No.
can you produce a wind that's as fast as 10 miles an hour?
No, only a little bit, just so that.
Can you
Jonah
not
can
attack
breathe.
some other person instead of blowing wind? Because we just put that gas there.
Okay, yeah.
No, the gas is gonna stay there for
Yes, sir.
Okay, that
We've
ends
just
Hatter's
bombed them,
turn.
and well, Callum's wanting to dissipate it straight away.
He was being kind to me.
All right.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
Callum, but
No,
this is how
no.
we win fights. Like,
They're moving. Try,
Okay, I'm.
try and take out one of the ones that are attacking out the people we're trying to save.
Okay.
Which. Okay. Can I throw
It's not
my.
your turn yet.
Oh, never mind. Oh,
You can, but on your turn. Okay, what is your
Okay.
armor class, Paul? I'm pretty sure it's higher than 14.
15.
All right. So the guy that you stabbed is still a little discombobulated by getting stabbed in the upper chest, and he manages to miss you both times with the swing of his sword.
Wanker.
It's not going very well. One of the defending archers is killed as one of the men makes it over the small fortification, and the two melee fighters are dealing with the shield people. Okay, Callum, it is now your turn.
Can I throw my spear at one of the
You
people?
may.
Wings and a spear?
Where'd you get the spear?
He's had a
Always
spear.
a
He's
spear.
been grasping it ever since.
all right.
Oh, yeah.
That was the only thing he did originally, is grasp his spear.
He surely dropped it when he flapped his wings out.
I've got a good grip.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you gonna
Yeah,
fly
I'd
at
throw
somebody?
my-
Fly at somebody with your spear, or can you?
I would suggest that you do get in closer so you can use both of your attack.
Okay. And which ones are we trying to
If they die,
attack? Is it?
The people you're trying to kill are pretty much these ones.
Okay. So we're trying to save the people behind the pencils.
Yeah, you're trying to save these three.
what happens
Okay.
if they die? Do we have to replay the mission?
No.
No,
No.
permadeath.
This is a
Okay, so-
permadeath server, thank you.
We just go back and get their cash that we did go and try and save them, but that we failed. As long as we don't die.
Okay. So the guy,
We'll take the heads
like
back.
the guy above the guy in green, behind the pencils. Yeah, him.
Mm.
Can I get to him and kill him with my spear, or attack him with my spear?
You can try to kill him with your spear.
Yeah.
Because you are 15 feet up. That's 40. You'd have to get down, so 25. You'd be able to get here and get to ground level. Which would be right next to this archer.
Callum's our version of the 82nd Airborne.
Have I got any long range?
You have the fist thing. Or you can do the Four
Take-
Thunders one.
Take the spear
does
and
that
go
do?
for the guy that's been already clavicled. He should be half health. At least we'll get one out of the way.
You can also fly right here and give you both advantage, which means that he gets sneak attack all the time.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay. Because I want to be careful because there's people come behind the pencils.
Yes.
We can handle it.
Vigorously. What?
Volvo, it's in beta. It's the coins are in beta at the moment, so I've got them.
So you're flying behind this guy? Right about there?
So there.
Okay. Just because. There we go. Make 2 attacks. With whatever weapon you choose. I would suggest two-handed spear. So it attacks. That should be the second one that does 1d8 plus something.
Oh yeah. So spear 200.
Yes. Click that twice. There we go. There we go. Now click let me just check something. Yeah, both of those hit. And they do have advantage, so yeah. Hit in the chat spear two-handed on the bottom of each of those things to see how much damage you do.
Do what? Sorry.
All right, so the chat on the right-hand side where it pops up,
Yeah.
your rolls.
Yeah.
You see spear two-handed in each of those little boxes. Click
Mhm.
on each hit with those once. That don't seem right. Let's do that again. Okay, so that first one was not using. Hang on, I have to modify something on your sheet because there's a bit of an oversight. Attack Dex plus Dex. Okay, I think I only did that for one. No, it should be Dex. Okay, roll the attacks again. No, the damage.
Oh. Sorry. Do you want me to do it on the original?
No, do it on the, roll
Yes.
the damage on the original ones.
Do it on
Okay.
the originals, yes. 4. All right, so it's literally the exact same thing. You do 10 points of piercing damage as you stab this man in the back, you heartless man. He has a family. Okay.
He
Had.
did. Hopefully, he does have had.
Well, they're
Okay.
still alive, but he isn't.
Hmm.
Huh?
All right, so Dongle, it's your turn.
Um. I'm gonna. Hit the boy with the shield.
I'm guessing this one or
The
one
one,
next.
yeah, the one beside Jonabob. The one, the black one beside Jonabob with the white hair.
Okay.
Saving my life.
I've got a ray of frost I could use.
Okay. Unfortunately, that bounces off of his shield.
Oh, balls. Does it hit Jonabob?
It does not. That would have been roll like a 1 or something. Okay.
I wouldn't have even laughed about that.
Alright.
Hello, Lady Mikachu.
This one
Hey,
is going to,
Meeksy Weeksy.
this one's going to come up and attempt to attack the rogue, which is you, Paul, and roll steadily crappily. All right, he misses his attacks. Okay.
Still a wanker.
This one is also going to get over the thing standing on this guy's corpse, and begin attacking him. Okay, Mandrake, it is now your turn.
Okay, my turn. Let me reassess the situation.
I need a Constitution saving throw.
Oh wait. Oh, because of the cloud.
Yes.
Ugh. Hatter.
You're welcome.
You,
Same
you have, I think you have an
I have,
advantage
I
on
have a
Constitution
very
saves.
high constitution.
You're fine. It just smells bad.
Yeah, it's fine. You
I
get
go,
used to it.
then I'm fine. And I spit in Hatter's direction. So,
Okay.
I am going to
I
see.
spit in
I'm
his face.
torn because I'm thinking I might want to help out the defenders at this point, since they have lost one of the people, and it might be good for me to. I mean, the numbers are on our side in that corner, so I might try. I'm going to try and disengage. Right.
Okay. Where are you going?
Get the.
I'm going to run at this prick
Okay.
and disengage and go straight for the leader.
You want that head, don't you?
I just
Actually,
want
you could-
this. I want to win this fight.
You could make it here without incurring an attack of opportunity because you're still within
Because I
there,
don't leave. Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
but but they'll have advantage on attacks.
That's fine.
It's-
I'm brave. I'm strong. I'm Mandrake Stonebreaker.
Okay, so you moved.
Okay, and now
Slipped
I'm
around the guy.
I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna try and stab him with my javelin of light.
All right, lightning javelin. Are you activating the javelin's ability, or is just using it as a spear?
Oh, I was gonna use it as a spear.
Okay.
Sorry, explain this to me. Explain activating his ability.
Okay, so you say the command phrase, which is in Elvish, which I won't require you to do, and you throw it, and it turns into a bolt of lightning. Or you
Oh,
can
that's
just use it as
much
regular
cooler.
spear. Yeah.
But
It's one of those.
I can't really throw it from one square away.
Yeah, no, that's you'd have disadvantage on that, which means that you would roll a 13, and that would absolutely miss.
Okay, I'll just stab him with it then.
Okay.
Is Johnny Bob in
ro-
rage mode? Is he in rage mode at the moment?
He
I
currently
am in
is,
rage
yes.
mode.
Okay.
All right. I don't know if there's one that specifies whether it's melee or not for the javelin. No, it just says javelin.
Liam
Okay.
says, "Can you stab
This
him
is
with it, then
piercing.
turn it to lightning?"
No.
That would be cool.
It would be. Roll for damage, and we'll just subtract the. All right, 6 piercing. All right, so 8. You do 8 points of damage to
Nice.
him.
Is that good?
That's good for this level and good for this game.
Yeah, boy. Mandrake Stonebreaker, bringing it back.
You also have a second attack because you are
Enraged.
The king.
Mandrake
because
stuff.
because you're a barbarian at level 6.
See, when
And-
I if I use my spell to get bigger, does that mean I can't attack after that?
Let's see. I think the spell. Let me check. By a spell enlarge. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to attack. Yeah, it takes one action, and your attack action is an action.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
So I'm just. Oh, wait, what's that?
Sorry, I might have closed your thing.
Damn
I was
it.
looking at it. Sorry about that. GM powers. You get.
It's all different now. Okay, I don't recognize any of it.
Oh, you're probably on your what's it called? You're on your spells, so in your core. There we go.
Oh, right, okay, there we go.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I see now. I see what it is. Okay. So I'm just gonna. I'm just swinging my greatsword, I think. 2d6. Okay, I'll just swing my greatsword.
Okay. You also are resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. By the way.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Did I hit him?
No.
Damn it.
This tall half orc just kind of takes the blow on one of his pauldrons after you stabbed him in the gut with a little javelin.
Well, we're off to a good start, right, boys? You've got a couple of guys to deal with. I am right in the
Okay.
middle of this, and you have to fix this so I don't die. Okay?
All right. The archers resume firing upon the defenders, hitting some of them, but they don't go down. The boss man now turns and is going to engage in combat. Holy-handed combat.
See you, Johnny
with,
Bob. Been fun.
I'll be okay.
Sure you will.
If you guys do your job, I'll be okay.
Oh god.
Okay, he's going to take 2 swings at you. And hopefully I won't screw this up. What is your armor class?
16.
16. Okay, this is where it gets interesting, boys.
And our only medics back on the ship.
Well, Hatter can do some light healing. You take 8 points of damage as he cuts you with his longsword.
That's
You
not too
feel-
bad.
That's not too bad. You mark it down on your current total health. You feel a little bit of like your life energy be taken by the blade as it cuts across you.
Okay. So is that an enchanted blade?
Maybe. Who knows? All
Cool.
right, Paul. It's your turn.
Can I sneak all the way down to? I don't know if I can move my character.
You'd have to use
onto
the
him?
disengage action.
Okay. That's where I want to be.
You're not
I
going.
don't
You're not going to go for the back of the orc.
No, Callum's
Leader.
got him.
Well, you have advantage on this guy, so you have automatic sneak attack guaranteed.
What about the
And that'll be my only attack, won't it?
or the one with the
It
shield?
would be, and you can bonus action disengage after that and be able to get much farther because going, I think you
Okay,
have
I'll
like
do that.
30 or 35.
Yep.
Because you'll have a clearer shot at getting over to here instead of having to dodge all these people.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Right, rapier. Sword.
Okay, both of those hit.
Rapier.
Thank goodness
Nice.
for advantage.
Short sword.
Okay, I will say that the first attack that does kill him, because that's 24 points of damage, and you would be able to turn your short sword on somebody else if you wish to,
Is
but
that
it would
the
not
guy in
have
the black
advantage.
there?
It would not have advantage, and it would bounce off.
That's sod him. I'll go to that pencil.
All right. So are you
Probably
heading
to
somewhere
To
here?
yeah, to him.
to that guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I would suggest up here because then
Yeah,
you might
well,
have a better chance of advantage.
Sure, cool.
Okay. Excuse me. All right. So that ends. We chalk up another kill to the rogue. Hatter, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna double down on my stinking cloud and cast.
No.
I'm actually gonna. I'm gonna be nice and I'm gonna.
Mandrake.
I'm gonna use healing word on Jonah Bob.
Hey.
In the,
Okay.
I mean,
What's
you're
the range
fucked.
on healing word?
1 second. There we go. Oh, cast at what level? Level 1, I guess. Do I have a choice?
You can cast level 0. I think healing word's a cantrip.
Okay, so
Yeah.
level 1 is obviously better, I assume. So I'll go
Yes, but
level
it also burns up a level 1 slot.
1. Ah,
So
that's
it's-
fine. Fuck it.
Oh, sorry, no. Level 1 is the lowest it can go. So that means you are down 1 of your slots. For that, you're also down 1 for. All right, let's just modify this a little bit so that your spells are up to date.
So do I get 7 health back?
Yes.
Okay. Back up to
Oh, that's
66.
something.
Nice. Thank you, Hatter.
You're welcome.
Okay. Does that
That's
end
a
your
good
turn?
question, Liam. Has Thinking Cloud done anything to the bad guys?
Yes. It's
Yes.
they're all over the place. I don't know what's going on.
For the most part, they have to start their turn in it, and they have to roll to resist it.
Oh, right, okay.
For the most part, one of them is at least immune to it.
People are gonna write stories on my battle strategies, Liam. So
You fat guy.
nobody
Okay.
died. Some people died.
The shields are going to continue to push in deeper. And that's not what I wanted to do. And this guy gets over to here, and they are now behind the lines of the defenders and continue to attack them. Still holding their own pretty decently. That guy's dead, so I don't have to worry about him. And yeah,
Still there?
he's unaffected by gas. Callum, it's now your turn.
Okay. Can I go and help the people behind the the pencils?
Yes.
I do love
Yeah.
what Liam was saying. I love that these have become canon. That these are pencils.
Yeah.
You
I
just
don't know
roll
the
with
proper
it.
name.
It's not a barricade anymore. These are pencils.
Here, in fact, giant pencils.
Yeah. So how far could I move and then stab them with?
You would be able to reach here. And you'd be able to fly, I would suggest flying through here. And you would be able to make it because these are technically allies, but you would move into his area of attack. So you could
Okay,
either move
can
into his area
I-
of attack and land here, or move over here and land somewhere around here.
Go behind the one that's at the X, left of the X.
Yeah. Okay. So can I go there?
No, that is wait, hang on. Yeah, you could go there.
Okay. Yeah. Can I do that and then stab him?
I would suggest actually going here because then you are flanking with this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Because this is not a friendly anymore. Oh crap. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I
he's-
want to stab the guy
Okay.
left of the X.
Okay. Begin the process of stabbing.
Does it matter whether I use one-handed or two-handed spear?
Two-handed spear does more damage.
And I can use two of them.
Yes. Okay. With advantage, those both hit.
Okay. Do I need to do the damage thing as well?
Yes, you need to click on the damage as well. All right, 11, 18. 18 points of damage to this poor man. 18. Okay. That would end your turn. Dongle. It's now your turn.
You caught him off guard. He's like, I'm going to.
I'm gonna
Shoot.
know when. Hold on.
I've got a scorching ray. What's
That
that?
is. Let me check it out for you. Popping over to spells. Do not be alarmed. Scorching Ray is a level 2 spell. So it'll do more damage, but you can only cast it 3 times a day.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the guy with the shield that's in front of me.
Is that gas flammable, is it?
No, it is not. All right.
Okay.
Click on it to roll your damage or your attack. And you said you were attacking this individual?
No, the one above.
This individual. Okay. That also does not. That bounces off of his armor as well. It goes just a bit wide.
Balls.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they are a little bit tougher nuts to crack.
Do I get another go?
No.
Balls.
Because you can only cast one spell and or one cantrip for a total of 2. And one of them has to have the speed of a bonus action. I'm pretty sure Scorching Ray takes an action to cast. So you see Dongle summon fire and shoot it out, and he's just a little too excited. It goes a little bit wide, just singeing off of the shield.
I might have to get up close and personal with this boy.
Yeah, I'm slightly worried. They don't like move to attack us today from that distance.
Well, he's just turned and faced me.
It's alright,
you now.
stay behind you. I will stand
In
behind you.
your face
Okay.
now.
Oh,
One of the defenders is cut down by the other one, and this one is going to begin to attack Dongle. It's like, man, it looks like they're about to attack. Oh crap, they're looking at me.
Who's that behind Dougie?
yes,
That is
86.
Hatter.
Oh,
that's me.
What is your AC, Dougie?
My what? I don't have aircon.
What is your armor class? Okay, it's gonna be over in core. Your armor class is 12. Oh god. And this is why sorcerers are not frontline fighters.
I'm about to die, aren't I?
just the fact
You
that
take
our
6
GM went
points
up.
of damage as he cuts into you, and you are now at. Oh, you're at.
Oh shit! They lost another person.
54 max hit points. 60, I think, something like that. All right.
Jesus.
So yeah, that hurts. Mandrake.
Who's going to be reviving Dougie?
Okay,
I'm
Mandrake.
gonna go die my own gas.
Mandrake. What does Mandrake do? What does Mandrake do? Mandrake is just gonna do the boring old fight.
Are you going to carry on against or come and save me?
Come and save you.
Uh-huh.
You're
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I'm engaged with 2 different people at the same time, and you're asking me to come and help you.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my spell that doubles that makes me 8 feet tall.
Okay. So you'll add a 1d6 to all your attacks now.
Okay, and is that automatic that happens?
You'll have to roll because I didn't. I think I put it on your feet, which is.
Sorry, say that again.
I don't think I put it. Hang on. Hang on. Size damage. Size. All right. There we go. Now you'll add size damage to all your attacks.
Oh, beautiful.
But you can't attack now because it takes 1 action to cast that. So you just extrude up to about.
Oh wait, I thought it was 1 action. I thought I could, because they're not get 2 attacks.
No, an attack action and an action are the same thing. So you'll either do 2 attacks or you'll cast this thing. So now you're about 2 feet taller than this guy. And you get advantage of it. But you can't. Oh, no. I suggest not doing that because you have to. No, wait. You'll probably take damage this turn. You've taken damage this round, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I took damage, and then Hatter healed me.
Okay, so that was last time. So if you don't take any more damage this turn, your rage is going to fail, which you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Okay, so
I could stab myself in the leg.
Yeah, you can like punch yourself.
Okay.
I've actually seen people who are playing D&D do that in order to maintain their rage. Okay.
I might do that next time.
Okay. The archers exchange fire, and the lone arbalister, he seems pretty damn good at his job, takes out one of them from behind the small pencil wall. Okay. unimpressed with your sudden growth spurt, the individual in front of you again attempts to attack. With one attack landing on you. You take 11, sorry. You take 10 points of damage.
Oh.
Okay, that's not too bad.
That's right. Yeah, you're like 3 down after the healing.
Okay.
Just keep healing me forever, huh?
He doesn't have infinite spells.
Wait, can I heal the guys that are behind the barricade? Sorry, the pencils.
I
He can,
yeah.
actually. But I wouldn't
6 feet,
suggest
yeah, I
doing
can.
that. Okay, Paul.
I think Dougie might be my next person I need to save.
Okay, so I unfortunately going to have to ask you guys to pick this up a bit because I have a very hard deadline on about 15 to 16 minutes to have to get off because of other requirements for me.
No worries.
Right,
Hey, hurry
let's
up, Paul.
go and kill him. Let's erase this guy by the pencils.
Why are you suddenly in his ass?
He's climbed inside him.
Okay, so you will have advantage for this.
Being that close, he definitely has.
You're
Sneaky
probably right,
advantage.
Liam. Okay, that should be a short sword, but we'll say that. Okay. So all right. So the second one does hit. The first one does not. So you deal 13 points of damage. He seems to take a bit more damage than expected, but he's still standing. Because the guy in front he's fighting with also manages to land a strike. It's now Hatter's turn. Unless you have any other things you'd like to do,
No.
Paul. All right.
Are these guys still doing saves on my stinking cloud, by the way?
Yes, I keep forgetting to do that because I remember these two in the clouds are like immune to it, and everyone else has gotten out.
Oh shit! Okay, all right.
I keep forgetting about this guy. Holy crap!
All right, I'm gonna cast hypnotic pattern on the guy next to Dougie.
So that's like an area of effect.
Yeah.
That means Dougie might be hypnotized as well.
Oh no, I will do it. I'll do it at a distance where Dougie won't be hit. If that works.
Hang on, let me see. Checking out the bard formerly known as Prince Hypnotic Pattern. Where is that?
Is it like a cloud as well?
Yeah, it's like a 30-foot cube.
You create a twisting pattern, colors that weave through the air inside a 30 cube within range. Alright. The pattern appears for a moment, it vanishes. Each creature in the area who sees the pattern must make a wisdom saving throw. Failed save. Okay. So, where are you casting it? Are you lighting up the cloud?
I'll cast it at like the very way up top. Can I cast outside at the?
It has a range of 120 feet, so you literally
that'd be a good idea, Liam.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna miss. I will skip Jonah Bob, and like hit the.
So somewhere.
Oh, this thing
pretty
is
much
huge. It's way bigger than I thought it was gonna be.
So it pretty much hit these defenders. It would hit that guy. It would hit...
Wait a second. No.
It still hit Dougie.
No, what if we?
Sorry. If you cast it down here.
No, I'll
cast
cast
it
it
down
up north of the wall.
No, that'll
there.
hit Paul though.
So 30 feet.
That's fine. He can make it. He can make a saving throw.
I just want to click the guy near Dougie, wherever that kind of works out. Somewhere up.
Okay,
top
so
of there.
30 feet. So you have to cast it somewhere here, but that also would still It wouldn't hit.
Oh, there we go.
That's I would say that it's actually kind of an
Genius.
ineffective use of a high level
Oh,
spell for using it on
Well,
one person.
what about the one that Liam says hypnotize 2 bad guys to the south of the pencils?
You know
Or
what?
put it right in the middle of us and hypnotize everyone.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
go Jonah Bob.
everyone has to do a saving throw. I think that's the best way to do it. To keep it fair.
But I gotta hit the guy next to Dougie as well.
Okay.
Go up from him to. There we go. That's everybody. Now it's
Equal
party.
opportunity hypnosis.
Ching.
Damn right.
Yeah.
This is true equality.
Everybody just relax.
You're on a
You'll
camera.
feel yourself getting drowsier.
Okay, are you casting that?
And drowsier. And
Yes.
drowsier.
Yeah, he's casting that.
Okay. Okay.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Okay. Okay, so
The last thing Trent wanted. It's like, oh god. Slow the
yeah.
fight. Don't say
It's either gonna end. This is either gonna end it a lot quicker. It's either going really great or really terribly. All right, so
am I just going to
Callum.
fall asleep and get immediately impaled by this guy?
So I need wisdom saving throws from Callum, Paul, and Mandrake
Oh,
Stonebreaker.
Shit, my wisdom is really low.
What about me as well?
No, you're fine, Dougie. I'm saving you.
Paul's down. Paul's down, rip Paul.
Yeah. Okay. So, Johnny, Callum, you are unaffected by hypnotic pattern.
You passed the drug test. All you failed.
Paul would answer us, but he's already gone.
He's already stripping out, man.
Okay. Okay. So.
I was method acting then.
Now the drugs don't work. They just make you worse.
Was it only 3 of us that were caught in that?
No, there's only 3 of the good guys that were caught in that.
Oh, yeah, okay. I had it in my head that Callum was in there as well.
Let's share the 6. That's pretty solid.
Don't forget the defenders were caught in that as well.
Yeah, I'm taking care of that too.
Maybe we should have opened with that hat.
Yeah.
We could have just stood outside and knocked everyone unconscious and ran out and stabbed them all while they were asleep. That would have made the fight a lot faster.
Okay.
So it looks like you'll be taking someone back unconscious to the hospital.
Didn't even know I had that spell, to be honest.
Look into my eyes.
So,
look into my eyes. Not around the
one of the
You're under.
one of the defenders collapses or is hypnotized. Paul, you are also now hypnotized. 3 of the attackers are hypnotized, and the other ones are not, including the one next to Dougie.
When I wake up, please don't tell me what I did.
Okay. Does that end your turn, Hatter?
Yeah. I think
Is the
it's
guy
my
that
best.
I'm fighting asleep?
No.
Oh.
Oh god.
Okay. Taking advantage of this, one of the unhypnotized men kills this defender,
No!
and this defender takes out the guy next to him with a very well practiced stab to the back. That guy's dead, so I don't have to worry about that. Callum, it's now your turn. The two individuals ahead of you are now hypnotized. They seem to be listless, and you would have the wisdom and forethought to think that maybe you should not attack them because once somebody is attacked, hypnosis goes away.
How?
Kill
Okay.
the archer.
What
Yeah.
archer?
How?
The archer's asleep.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see it. I see the marker. Right, okay.
So there's
Right.
Kill someone that's not asleep.
there's either one that go to the back of where John Bob is with the guy with the green cape, or the guy that's at me, or the guy that's in front of John Bob.
That would be an epic finish if you could fly up behind that guy and kill him while I'm fighting him. We could be best friends again.
Nothing I wish more.
You stab him in the back, I'll stab him in the front.
Yeah. Okay. I'll stab the guy in the green cape.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just move you up right here for
Yeah.
advantage. Okay. Make some attack rolls.
Right. Where are they?
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh wait, no, he has advantage. So both of those hit.
Oh, good.
15 points of damage.
That's really good.
Okay, not enough to kill him, but
How much
It's
health
still
has he
good.
got left? Be-
you
I
don't know.
think he must be nearly dead.
All right, Dongle.
trying to
There's an
think of
awake
that.
man next to you.
I'm
When a guy who tried to hit and it didn't work out.
I'm going to use my
Yeah.
shocking grasp. What I'm seeing is he's up close. Unless I don't think
Okay.
have I got a healing spell?
I don't know if you do. You do, however, have spells. Do not be alarmed. I think. All right. Okay, so you can either increase your defense by
New
using
subscription received.
by casting mage
Dispensing
armor on
gratitude.
yourself,
Gratitude
or you can do
dispensed.
shocking grasp.
Thank you very much for subscribing, Pt6, through a gift from Paul. You're awesome.
Yeah, he made me do it because I was
You're welcome,
hypnotized.
We love you.
He hypnotized me to do it.
Why did you become Trump then?
I don't know.
So what was that thing? Either what was it? Healing myself or?
You can either increase your armor class so it's harder to hit you with magic armor or mage armor, or you can cast shocking grasp.
I vote shocking grasp, but it's up to you.
Okay.
He's wearing armor, so.
Or you can just cast magic missile and have it absolutely hit.
I've shocking
Or not, you could.
shocking
Yeah,
grasp.
shocking grasp. All right. Hit the word shocking grasp at the bottom of that because you criticaled. All right, you do 18 points of
my
lightning
goodness.
damage,
Yeah.
and just he was not expecting that. I don't think any of us were. It was a shocker.
I wasn't either.
Is he dead?
Is he dead?
He is not dead.
Oh balls!
Very angry.
Yes, he's now very angry.
Not a happy bunny.
So-
Paul, can you go and
Okay.
kick him in the back? Oh, sorry, you're sleeping.
Shut up.
Okay. In retaliation, he is going to attack you.
Oh no!
Ouch.
See, in combat, is the only person in this entire thing that I've killed Baron's a cat.
No, you killed one of the Geth Yankee when you were away. 1 or 2
Oh,
of those.
okay.
You were very irritated at that.
I always fight. But I never
Okay,
kill.
you take 7 points of slashing damage.
I do?
No, Dongle does.
Oh,
So
Oh,
he's
doggy.
down to 47. Okay. Okay,
I don't
Mandrake.
remember
it's
bringing
now
a
your turn.
bard.
Mandrake's turn. It's my time to shine. I am going to just swing my greatsword at him.
Alright, so you have 2 attacks.
Okay, I'll swing my greatsword and then my hand axe.
No, great swords are 2-handed weapons. You can make 2 attacks with one.
Okay.
That hits. That also hits.
Nice. Should I press it? Should I press both?
Press. Yes. Okay, so 10, 17.
Can I just end that guy's entire career?
27 points of damage. He is still standing.
What?
What? Is he injured at least?
He looks really bad.
Okay.
Okay. That guy's
I would like this kill,
hypnotized.
guys. If there's any chance that that'd be okay.
Got a couple minutes
I think I've
left.
earned it.
Who's next?
He's going to attack Mandrake Stonebreaker in retaliation.
Dun, dun, dun.
Mandrake Stonebreaker uses riposte.
That's actually a fighter thing. That's not.
Oh, he can retaliate.
Yeah, there's a fighter ability called riposte, and you take 13 points. Sorry, you take 10 points of damage,
Oh, that's not good.
and it's now Paul's turn. Paul's, you are
Sleep.
hypnotized, and I have to read the thing for hypnosis again. Hypnotic pattern. Each pattern fails it because charmed for the duration of the creature's incapacitated speed of 0. Takes damage, or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor. So you can't make a saving throw. So you're kind of screwed. Hatter, it's your turn.
Can you hit that
I'm
boy
sorry.
heart in front of me? He's nearly dead.
Right, I'm gonna take that gift sub back.
I know. So, what's John about health at, and what's Dougie's health at?
My health is 46.
46. Dougie.
No idea.
Let's go for.
46 is half of my maximum health.
Sorcerers are very squishy.
47. No, hit points. Where's health?
Yeah, that is hit points. Your hit
Oh.
points are your health.
Alright, 47.
Oh.
He has a maximum of 60, I think.
Yeah.
So he's actually fine.
Fine, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Whereas
gonna.
I am
will-
done
yeah.
in.
You are
do
against, like,
do
boss guy as
do
well.
do GB.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Alright, healing word for Jonabab.
Thank you.
Mark off a first level spell. You get 5 points of healing.
There we go.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Okay.
I wave Baron Zakat's head in the air in Hatter's direction and mouth, thank you.
He does not see it.
Yeah,
Nor
I
does
just,
he.
I just cover my mouth and try not to vomit.
Okay, so Paul,
He's sleeping.
you are now awake, but because he landed 11 points of slashing damage on you, you are no longer in a stupor. It also discards.
Okay.
Okay. Calm,
Carry on.
Yes.
it's your turn.
Callum, can you kill the archer? Not me, because or
No,
kill the
no.
guy that's behind me.
Get the green cape
Because
guy. He's nearly
I
dead.
want to kill.
Yeah.
No, but I want to kill
Yeah.
Green Cape Man.
All right.
Okay, right.
Kill him.
So
Do
you
whatever
want
you think is right. Do whatever your character would do. Would he continue fighting this the 6-foot
I'll
half
let-
orc?
I'll let
Or would he-
JB kill the green cape man. So can I attack the blue guy behind JB?
You can risk an attack of opportunity. Go up into him. Yes.
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
What kind of noise does a bird monkey make? Oh, okay.
You take 14 points of damage as he clips you as you move around. So
Oh.
mark that off of your current hit points.
Oh god, how do I do that?
All right, so you go to where your hit points are.
Oh,
and
yeah.
go up,
Mark 2.
and you go the larger of the two. And then you subtract.
Are you a monkey with wings or a monk with wings?
He's a monk with wings. He is a
Okay.
bird person.
I've been picturing him as like that
Oh, he's a
thing in the Wizard of
monk
Oz.
with
I've been picturing him as the Wizard of Oz monkey flying.
Right.
thing.
Just imagine that as a bird.
Just as handsome.
Okay. Dongle. It's your turn.
Oh, I'm gonna hit that boy with my shocking grasp again. I think that was good.
Okay.
Because
Roll
he's nearly done.
Is he?
Did Callum not get to do an attack?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Callum, make your attack rolls.
Yeah, I did. Okay.
That way we can overlook Dougie's thing, so he can actually possibly hit. One of those hits. So it's the second one. We'll take the higher damage. Do 10 points of piercing damage to him. Now it's Dougie's turn. Roll for shocking grasp. Because that does not hit. That's not hit.
Okay, I'm gonna. What did you say? I've got a magic missile, but I'm right beside him. Should I move away?
No, magic missile is just a guaranteed hit. It does allow low damage. You could upcast it, but yeah. It's a guaranteed 1d4 plus 1 damage compared to I might do it. Okay, so he takes 4 points of damage, but it's a guarantee.
Okay.
As 4. Wait, hang on. I have to check something. Magic missile at level 1. Get that down. You create 3 glowing darts. Each dart hits a creature of your choice. All right, so you're gonna do. You're gonna roll. If you want all those to hit, you're gonna have to roll that for me 2 more times. So roll the magic missile attack 2 more times. All right, 4. All right, so he takes 12 points of force damage. As green darts emanate from Dougie and just slam into him. Yes, and he's gonna try to hit you right back.
Oh, he's not dead. I got killed him.
There are some things where it's just a hell of a lot tougher. Welcome to being level 6. You take 10 points of slashing damage, which I'll change on your sheet for you. Okay. Yay. All right, Mandrake.
I'm going to be very boring and just swing my greatsword at this guy another 2 times.
Okay. The first one hits, the second one does not. Okay. 12 points of damage. The half-orc in front of you collapses. His black armor with the red circle of claws on his chest blazingly pointing to the sky as he collapses.
Yay!
As that happens,
I walk over his body. Oh, sorry, there you go.
as that happens, his forces also collapse.
Yeah.
We should have done that
Run,
first.
bitches!
No, they just flat out seem to wither away and die.
Oh.
And as you begin to breathe a sigh of relief, a large occurs. Pulsing green energy shoots out from beneath his corpse. The flesh sloughs off of his bones, and he rises again. A purplish flame coming up around what is left of his skull. And we're going to pick that up next time because I actually have to go.
I'm gonna pick up his skull.
So he's taken the energy of all the others and reborn himself.
Could be. And he stands up.
Ooh, that
His-
big
uh,
boss
his-
fight.
That's not good for me.
Oryx is carrying.
It's alright, John. I'm right behind you.
Oryx got
Yes.
It's very
red.
reassuring.
He's got an orb on him.
It's gonna be that thing again. It JB picks up Callum and throws him at enemy. Oh,
So, that's it for today's D&D session and the last one of the unfortunately, because
Aw.
everyone's busy in December, a lot more busy than they are in November, especially universally. So I'll probably catch you guys in January for the continuation of this story.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Yay.
That was fun, Trent. Thanks, man.
Thank you very much. John.
You're welcome.
sweet.
Thank you for playing, Paul, Callum, Pt6, JB. Thank you for watching.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Liam,
Am I still asleep?
Ali,
Indeed.
No, you are awake.
You
Pt6,
awoke
Paul.
to a new nightmare.
You're awake.
Yes,
Great game.
literally.
We had Volvo in earlier and Lady Mikachu as well.
So I'm really
Mark
really
looks
looking
nuts.
forward to you guys fighting this Hell Knight. This is gonna be great.
A Hell Knight.